Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. This is the 2024 WPBA Tour Championship presented by Dr. Pool Promotions and Jacoby Custom Cues. This is Lonnie Fox Raymond, and I am being joined in the booth by none other than the Fishers themselves, Miss Allison Fisher and Kelly Fisher.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Yes, good afternoon, Lonnie.
Oh, thank you guys for joining us. I'm going to pop in and out and let these ladies do the business end of this event. We do have a great matchup here with Kristina Zlateva versus Bojana Sarac. I don't say her name right. I apologize for that. This is a single race to 10. This is the finals of the WPBA Tour Championship. This is actually the finale of our 48th season here at the WPBA.
Is it really?
It is.
Wow,
It's pretty
amazing.
crazy,
Yeah,
huh?
Wow.
that is.
All right, so these ladies are going to get set to go. They're going to drag the balls into the pockets. You guys enjoy the show. You're going to have some of the best commentary on the planet with these two ladies involved. So I'm going to step back and let you guys do all the work.
Thank you, Lonnie.
Thank
and
you very
we've
much.
got the leg coming up. Kristina Zlateva shooting first there. Bojana. Oh, look at that. Was not such a good lag, was that?
I think
eh?
she rushed it. Here we go, right?
And the
Okay.
match rules, lag for the break. It's alternate break format. 9-ball doesn't count on the break in the bottom two pockets. We're using a 3-point break rule, and the 3 consecutive fouls equals a loss of game, and cue ball fouls only. So back to the table. We've got Bojana racking the balls, and she'll be first to break the final.
Now, cue ball fouls only is interesting for me because around the world, as we know when we're playing world events, it's all ball fouls. So the
Yes.
difference being, obviously, if the hair, the shirt, anything touches another ball, then it does not count as a foul. Just so everybody knows, it basically means if you touch the cue ball with the tip of your cue when you shouldn't, then that's a foul. Correct?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
But we also, have referees, don't we, when we're playing a lot of these world events. So there's somebody always watching, because it's difficult if you have to talk, to the other opponent and say, I'm sorry, but your hair touched the ball there.
That's right, and it's at a point where it can be
Yeah.
create arguments. That's the
Yeah.
thing, No,
Yeah.
I never. Yes, you did.
Yeah.
So
So Bojana made the 1-ball and side pocket on the break there. A shot on the 2. Can she squeeze it in the side, or can she make it in the corner?
I think the side pockets are quite tough. She's
Yeah.
actually playing the safe. Yeah. I think it's going
It's
to
leaked out. This is a very fast match table compared to other tables in the arena.
Do you know why I think that's the case? I played on the match table only once during my tournament here, and I was sitting on the table that's behind the match table, and the AC is actually coming down very close to it, and I think that has something to do with why the match table and that table I'm playing on is definitely playing a bit faster than the outside tables, which we all know that it does have a impact on that, doesn't it?
Oh, definitely.
Just curious about this. I was curious. I want to ask you ladies, so I'm popping back in here to the commentary. Do you think that the fact that the table is the warmest spot in the room
That's what I
has
think.
something to do with it? Because it's in
Yeah.
the middle, not by an outside door, no draft.
It's always better lit too, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the table that's lit up.
You have got the lighting, yeah. It's got obviously
And
that.
it's constantly on, isn't it? I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, we didn't shut it off at night. We left
Right.
it rolling.
but I did notice the AC as well. So I mean, it's a mixture. There's so many different things that contributes to the table conditions.
I want to let everyone know, too, that as far as the chat, I apologize to those of you who are trying to communicate with Allison and Kelly, because unfortunately our chat is kind of locked up on our actual producer right now. So for those of you guys who have questions, I will go ahead and log in on YouTube, and I will pop in occasionally to ask the ladies some of the questions that you guys are sending us in the chat. So please just enjoy the show and enjoy the commentary, and I'll try to do it on the back end.
I don't understand all that, but the technical side, I'm afraid.
Well, it's a good job we got you, Lonnie, here. That's for sure.
But back to what we do understand, Ellie.
Which is pool.
Yes, how to pot balls sometimes.
Yeah.
Bojana getting ball in hand there. Kristina, if you notice the kick, it was very slidey. It come up a lot shorter, didn't it?
Yeah, it looked to me like she was aiming it short, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. I didn't fancy her to kick that. I was looking at it kind of funny.
Yeah.
Did come in short, and she gave Bojana ball in hand.
The 8 ball here is the key. 7 to 8.
Yeah,
I
7
think.
to 8 for
Yeah.
sure. She's a very steady player, isn't she? And she's had some great results in the Predator events, I believe.
She has. Back in the day, and when we come out of COVID, our first tournament back was the Austrian Open, and it was in Klagenfurt, Austria, and I'd never met or heard of Bojana before. I got to the final. I'm playing this new player, as far as I'm concerned, that a lot of the Europeans knew of her from the European Championships, the European events, but I didn't. And I'm playing her in the final. She was only then, 17, maybe 18. I mean, we're talking 2022 when COVID ended, 21, I can't remember. But I played her in the final, and she come out steady, and she'd beat some great players along the way. And since then, she hasn't played in all the events. We've not seen her over here often, but now she's starting to come, and here she is, another final.
What a consistent player. So she's coming in a little bit shorter. It's a little bit of a tester, isn't it, down the rail here with this 8 ball. She would like to have been a little straighter.
Absolutely. I mean,
she's just come off this table too, playing a match with Margaret Fefilova.
Yeah.
So she should be quite relaxed, I think, in these conditions.
Again, being in a final, that first rack,
Beautifully,
she's got it.
beautifully shot there.
Yeah.
She has a really smooth delivery, I have noticed from watching her earlier.
And a very steady pace around the table.
So 9 ball to win the first rack.
Yep. Well, 1-0 to Bojana with Kristina coming into break.
It's a really big event for both of them. It's firstly our end of year event. It holds WPBA and WPA ranking points, but it would be the first time either of them have won, on the WPBA tour, I believe.
That's right. And I think, if I'm speaking correctly, it would be the first one that either of them have won for a WPBA or WPA ranking event.
Yep.
Yep. And there we are. YouTube, follow us on YouTube. And tune in to watch.
So let's talk about the rack, what you think. We're using a template rack here, and we've got all sorts of people, with different breaks, soft breaks, hard breaks. Always have the 1 ball at the top of the rack, 9 ball in the centre, and then it's random from there. And a lot of the players nowadays are using that cut break. Do you like to use that, Kelly?
No, I don't. Only reason I don't like it is, I suppose, it's risky.
Yeah.
Because you've got to make the 3-point rule. And also, in my honest opinion, I think we should have 9 ball on the spot. I don't think we should be playing with the magic rack and 1 ball on the spot. I think now the speed of the cloth, the new balls, it's too easy to make the 3-point rule. So in a sense, the players are breaking quite soft.
Yeah, I mean, there's an art to breaking, there's an art to jumping, there's an art to kicking, and it's kind of taken away a little bit from the break, hasn't it?
I agree. I mean, to actually control that cue ball at a firm speed is what we practice and what we've trained to do. But now, it's kind of taken away from that.
You've got to be able to adapt, though, haven't you? Soft, medium, hard. You've got to be able to play any type of break.
I agree.
But I would say two of the breakers that are really good at it is Kristina Tkach and Margaret Fefilova. And I think that's shown in their results this year.
And Pia. Yeah.
And Pia, of course.
Yeah.
And guess what? They're all married to the men. The pool players,
Absolutely.
top pool players in the world, right?
Yeah, and they've probably saying to them, look, if you're playing one ball on the spot, because the men do not play one ball on the spot,
Right.
they play 9 ball on the spot. So the guys are saying, look, play one ball on the spot, you have to cut break because
Yeah.
it's easy, controlling. The one ball comes off the side rail before the pocket and goes over the opposite corner pocket. And there you are, ready for a run out.
Yeah.
But I am not a fan. So the two options I've got is one to learn the cut break and follow, or hopefully we get the 9 ball on the spot.
So we had a question in the chat, ladies. Do you think the WPBA will adopt the WNT style break rules at some point?
No, never.
I don't think so.
Yeah, because their rules are what? Break box with a 9 on the spot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't think ever. I think the WPA events may do in the future, but not the WPBA. I think the first step would be for us to get the 9 on the spot, to be honest. And then if we do that, I think that will be sufficient, don't you?
Well, yeah, I do, but I just it's tricky, isn't it? Because 9 ball over the years it keeps changing. You know, people are getting better, equipment's changing. You know, so does the game need to keep changing? That's the question, isn't it? Keep changing the rules.
Yeah, I know. I agree. I think it should be one for all. I mean, just saying it out loud, the WPA,
Of which you serve on the board.
of which I'm on the board, the rules are the 9 on the spot now, moving forward. So the recent China Open was 9 on the spot. In essence, this event should be 9 on the spot because it's a WPA ranking.
Oh, okay.
Now, I think WPBA are grandfathered in because that's what we've played, and I don't know if that's going to be expected to change next year. FYI.
Oh, look at you.
Yes.
Got some information there, didn't we?
And it should be, you know, if that's the rule, then and we have a WPA sanctioned ranked event, then it should be.
Kelly's given us the secrets.
Now, don't get me
know.
wrong. If we have a WPBA event that's not sanctioned or not WPA ranking points,
Right.
then WPBA can do what they wish. However, once it's sanctioned and once it's WPA ranked, then it should be 9 on the spot moving forward.
You heard it here, folks. So Kristina Zlateva has gone for her jump cue now. Bojana got a little bit lucky there, I think. Bit fortunate with
I
the
fancy
outcome.
Kristina to make this
Me
because she's a
too.
good jumper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But look, she didn't.
She needs to keep it out.
Oh, the 4 balls up on the right side of the table.
Yep.
5 ball, the orange ball on the left side of the table.
Yep.
Oh, that's what I got it wrong there.
I
Didn't
was
I,
gonna
Sally?
say,
I
was
got it
just-
wrong because I thought
I was
thought
nudging
it didn't help her, did it? That
No.
jump.
Yeah.
But she'll be really happy with the
just gonna
outcome of
say,
that.
yeah.
That's you
That'll
couldn't
do.
put it there any better, could you, with your hand?
That's right.
So the question is, do you fancy the bank here, or would you play safe?
No, I'm playing safe. I'm just putting the 4 ball over the left side as we
Yeah.
look at the screen and, trying to control that cue ball to let the 9 be of help, hopefully.
And that's quite a common shot in pool now to perfect, isn't it? That safety shot. It's important to have that one up your sleeve to practice it and
Yeah.
nail it down.
The split, I call it.
Yeah, the split safety.
Yep.
And she's played it very well. And Kristina's back to her jump cue, I think.
I've recently been practicing the split safety,
Have you?
but I've been practicing it with spin because I can do it with no spin. But I've been working on practicing it with spin. So when you're trying to control the cue ball to come not only just off the bottom rail, but off the bottom rail, side rail, and into a ball on the opposite side
Right.
kind of thing. Yeah. So even though I've been playing years, it's just something that I needed to improve on. I've not perfected.
You've got to add a little extra nowadays. But the standard of play is getting better. A lot of
We're
young
getting
players
older.
around. We're getting older.
Yeah.
You've got to make your safeties, much better than once upon a time, I think.
It's true. The potting machines,
Well, it's good though, but there's a lot of information out there now, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to get good at something, you just go on the internet, or there's just so much out there.
Do you know, Ali, I remember learning how to bank when I come to America, and I bought the DVD of what's his name, Dr. Q, and the M&M system, and I had to rewind, go back, pause, write down, go back, pause, play, and so on and so forth, because I didn't have, I had a BlackBerry then. I didn't have the internet on my phone, the YouTube on my phone. And I was pausing and drawing pictures and then taking that to the pool hall and practicing it.
Lonnie nearly choked on the water when you said the BlackBerry.
Why?
Well, because it's so ancient when you think now.
That seems like yesterday.
It's like the dinosaurs are talking or something, ladies.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, right? I know. I think about my old flip phone where you had to hit the button 3 times for C.
Oh,
Do you remember that?
The Nokia. Yeah, the Nokias were the best phones ever.
Yeah.
But and I had to draw pictures and then take it to the pool hall to practice and make notes. And then, if I missed something, come back and rewind. And,
I know.
Yeah. So,
Funny, isn't it, when you think back?
It does make it a bit easier now.
So Bojana played a really nice snooker there. She was... she's getting Kristina in all sorts of trouble, this rack, isn't she?
And it's paid off in the end.
Yeah, she's, Kristina just continuously makes hits, but she's really just not getting anything going in her direction. Looks like Bojana's got a real opportunity to close out this second rack here.
The good thing about the final, though, is it's a race to 10. So there's a little bit time to get into it, relax a little bit.
Yeah, the longer race, right? How do you guys feel about that? Do you think that the event should be true double elimination, or do you prefer the long final race?
It depends which side you're coming from.
Right? I'm just going to say
That's fair. That's definitely fair.
If you've done all the work to win through to the final and somebody's come from the one-loss bracket, then you would want to just play the beat me twice situation.
Yeah.
But I think it's hard in an event like this to do that.
And not only that, for spectators that are watching, the viewers, it's hard to understand, why are they playing twice, etc. But for me, I think the race to 10 is a really good solution.
Well, and I'll tell you too, and I know that you guys are comfortable in this situation, and I think both of these players probably are as well. The main reason that we put the featured table on a mandatory shot clock was to keep the viewers in a comfortable position, because sometimes if players get into that slow play, people just get bored. They're like, okay, I'm going to go now, and so I like the 40-second shot clock. How do you guys feel in comparison? I know you both have played regularly on a 30-second shot clock. Do you think the 40 seconds is too long, or do you think it's kind of perfect?
I'm okay with 40.
Yeah.
Well,
you don't need a shot clock anyway.
You play quickly, but I tell you what, I'm super comfortable with 40 seconds. 30 can be a little bit tense sometimes. 35 would be fine, but 40 is perfect, I think.
Yeah. All right, there you go. Bojana 2-0 over the Slayer, Kristina Zlateva. Let's take just a second to thank our sponsors. So I want to say, too, before Bojana breaks this rack, don't forget we're doing the Sunday swag here at the WPBA. For every $20 donation, it enters you into a chance to win our Sunday swag.
Well, the score has not gone up one yet. Still looking at.
Oh, they haven't updated yet.
No.
So it should be 2-0.
Oh, there we go.
She was a bit unfortunate there because she made a few balls on the break and didn't have a really good shot at the two. Whoa.
Oh.
Would you play the 2 ball up and down now, or split the balls using the 7?
Do you know, the cue ball being so deep in the pocket,
I know, it makes it very difficult, doesn't it, this shot?
Yeah, it really does. I think I'm going to put the 2 ball on the right side rail.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to be more controlled, really. She's thinking about it, though, because there is a couple of options.
It makes a world of difference if that cue ball is just a little further out, doesn't it?
Yep.
With your choices.
100%.
All right, ladies, so I'm selling you out here. Jason Money in our chat is asking if you both intend to come to ICB at the end of next month.
Yes, I think the
Yes.
intention is, so far.
Yep, I'm going to be playing in that competition. That's my intention too.
So
I'm looking forward to it. I
Yeah.
missed the last one actually, and enjoyed the 3 or 4 that I did play in, and missed that last one, so I'm looking forward to that.
It's a nice venue, and I believe it's going to be a WPA and WPBA ranking event too. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of great players there.
Yeah,
Come and see us. Come see some of the best players in the world. Bojana's played that a little soft there. So a chance for maybe Kristina to play a really good safety back. Well, she's not quite comfortable yet, is she, Kristina?
well, she's not really had much opportunity to get comfortable, really.
Mhm.
She's been in jumping or safeties or kicking, really.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If you out the gate, if you get the opportunity to just get comfortable, what a different feeling that is.
Oh, yeah, if you can get a few games under your belt and
Yep.
just feel a bit freer with your queuing and everything, and the speed of the table, it makes a world of difference.
That's right. I mean, there she intended to get that frozen up by the 3 ball. However, she's still got her. She's still hooked her. So we've got a 2 rail kick coming in now, and she's wanting to send that 2 ball up the table and get the cue ball coming toward the 9. I don't think she's going to do it like that. Oh, she
Oh.
did. She did. Yeah, she hit it nice and firm.
That's a nice shot.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible she could find herself locked behind the 4 ball now. If she shoots a 2 straight up and down,
Yep.
that's just an option.
Travels it with top running left. Top left a little bit.
Well, if she'd have to cut the 2 out of the way, so... Or would you go for this and let the cue ball run down?
No, I think I would be putting the cue ball behind the 4.
Yeah, I think that's a good option here. You just got to miss that double kiss.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say thank you to Jude for his donation, as well as Jason Money and Jay David. Thanks, guys. We need 2 more donations and we get to steal Dean's hundo. And we get to add the extra candle to the swag bag. So
Sounds like a good deal to me.
just getting Dean's 100 is worth it, I think.
So we've got a little area of balls there to try and play a really good safety.
A wall of balls.
A wall of balls.
Good shot.
That was a good shot.
Now this could be the turning point of this rack, because it's first time that Kristina's got the control.
Correct.
Is there a window? Don't you just hate windows?
Oh, I do. And how many times does that come up, that window?
I'm not even going to begin talking about windows
No.
from my last match.
No,
No. But I like it when I've got the window.
of course.
Right.
Yeah.
That was a good escape there.
Mm-hmm.
But it has leaked out. She played it the correct way. And Kristina has got a shot. Still a little tricky because she's close to the rail with the cue ball.
Cue ball is going to go into the 7, I think.
I think so. I think it's going to catch it.
Yeah, which will slow it down. So she can let her stroke out a little bit and fire the 2 in, knowing that the 7's going to help hold. So she's got the 3 ball in the bottom corner. I'm sorry, guys, if you can all hear me sniffing and whatnot. I've got a cold. And we're pausing me, we're muting me when I'm sneezing, so
It's okay. We gave her Dean's headset.
I love that. Yeah. We'll sanitize after I've used it, I think.
Little tester here, Kelly, right?
Yeah. Again, this is she's not had many shots on the table yet, apart from, like I said, jumping and kicking, but oh yeah.
Oh, she struck that really well.
Yeah. Another one.
She's a really consistent game, doesn't she, Kristina? She's had some great results
Yeah.
over the last year. She's very steady, very calm, steady player with a good rhythm.
Yeah, she's had a lot of good finishes this year. She's had a couple fantastic finals matches, just maybe missing it. You played her in Palmetto in the finals there.
Yeah, she could have easily had me there. We played twice actually in that event, and we went hill on the second final, which could have easily gone the other way.
Yeah, she's just really, I mean, she's really come into her own, and you can see that she's putting the work in. She's becoming very consistent.
Well, she's knocking at the door all
Yeah.
the time, so
She's trying. She had a final in Iowa as well with Bean.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
And so
Yeah.
she's had a couple of second place finishes, just never quite crossed the threshold.
But if we look back at Kristina,
did she seem a bit quick in the
Yeah.
backswing there? Just
Comment-
a little bit.
commentators
Oh, that's not
Jinx.
real. That's not real.
telling you it is. Telling you.
At your lady's skill level, that is not real.
Listen, every time I miss, I blame the commentator.
Oh, well.
Even though whether I'm being commentated
I'll
on
start
or not.
hiding then. I'll start hiding when you're playing. After your match, if you don't win, I'm just going to go hide somewhere.
But I was just saying that Kristina to catch, how many finals did she get to before she broke through? And then all of a sudden she wins the World Championships. It's just amazing.
Yeah, she's had a great year
Yeah.
overall, though,
Yeah.
when you look at, her record.
It just shows you, though, it does take that seasoning, I call it.
It is seasoning, and also once you get over one, you know you can do it then.
That's right, self-belief, right?
Self-belief. I think that's where Kristina to catch has worked really hard, is her mental game.
Mm-hmm.
So, ladies, Kelly Kavanaugh is in the chat. She says hello, and she has pushed us over the line, so we get to hijack Dean's hundo for the swag.
Hi,
Thanks,
Kelly.
Kel.
Thank you, Kelly. Good luck.
Lovely to be nice to see you again soon.
She showed up in South Carolina.
She did.
Palmetto Billiards. It was great to see her after all these years.
I know, and she was, or is, should I say, but she's listening, so I'll say. No, my lucky charm. Yeah, Tuesday.
Really?
Yeah, when she was on tour, she'd come and watch my matches, and if I don't know why, But if she'd appear, I could come out from whatever down and win the
Really?
match. And I
So
used
you've
to
been
say,
losing ever since.
That's why I'm blaming Kelly for not being here.
Oh, Kel,
Yeah.
you poor thing.
Yeah.
All right, ladies, we're gonna take a quick look at Kristina Tkach, as a matter of fact.
I'm Kristina Tkach, the #1 in the world, and you're watching WPBA on YouTube.
Speaking of, right?
Oh,
Very
Our
nice
world
too.
champion.
I think that's wonderful, actually. She's been playing. I went over to her while we were here and I said, a couple of years, for a couple of times I've seen her, she was in tears, at the game, and it just does that to you. It's
Oh, it
just so
does.
many ups and downs, isn't there? Highs and lows. And when you finally get that massive result that you dream about, that is one of your goals, then it's an incredible feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And her coach is her dad.
That's right.
And I'm sure he's very, very proud of her journey so far.
And she's only young, She's still got a lot ahead of her.
Yes, she has. That's just the beginning.
I think we could say the same thing about a lot of the young players coming up. Sophia Mast. Yeah, she lost the cue there.
Yeah, Sophia Mast just won the World Junior Championship, and then she's taken some scalps here, hasn't she? She
Yeah.
got on a roll too. She's been playing really well.
In Puerto Rico, she did fantastic.
Yes. that
Top
was-
American lady standing. She finished in the top 8.
That's amazing. She's doing really well. But a lot of them have such a great attitude too.
Mm-hmm.
And they have wonderful parents that really support them.
That's a big key. That's where we were lucky,
Yeah.
Mm.
Definitely.
Speaking of parents supporting them, how are you doing with your mom coming to all your
My
events?
mother, do you know, on December 12th was her first full year in America.
Oh boy.
So she moved over a year ago, and she stays with me. She's residing with me in my house, so it's wonderful having her.
She's brilliant.
She'll
isn't
be
she?
85 in January.
She's my second mama.
She's
Yeah,
not
she's
allowed to
great.
hang out with Kelly, I heard. Kelly gets her in trouble.
Well, true. That's
We
very
have
true.
fun.
I
That's
did
it.
say to her, "Who's your favourite player?" at the beginning of the last match, and she thought about it. But before she said my name, and I said that's the correct answer. Of course, she would have nowhere to live if she said anything differently.
We shared in Vegas, and I swear to God, it's probably the most fun week I've ever had.
For her too.
For her too, right? Both of us said the same thing. And I share with all the girls, me and Alice share, but nobody's got anywhere close to having a full week of absolute non-stop laughing.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
And oh dear. She says, "Oh, Kelly, you're my favourite person to share with," and Ali always growls.
Funny.
But just going back to this here, Kristina Zlateva broke the balls there and scratched. When things are 3-0 down, and I mean, she missed that 6 ball and then scratching. We've all seen this happen before, and it just takes, it's not over by any means. It just takes something like this to let her back in and turn the match back around. But, it's such a cruel game, can it be?
Oh, it can be terrible. I mean, we've had them this week, I think, where
Yeah.
you can get a massive lead, and suddenly, I think Pia Phil had that. You played Pia last night,
That's right.
and then Pia played the next round. I think was 5-1 up, and ended up losing the match. And it happens. Just one shot turns it all around.
I was 4-1 up against Pia as well and lost
Really?
the match. Yeah.
Which is, and I played the lady from Vietnam, and I
Tran.
was missed a 9 ball to go 6-1. We ended up hill.
Oh,
Just stuff happened.
just shows you.
So it's so important to really keep sharp focus, isn't it, on every shot?
You have to. But that's all part of the game. That's what makes the unpredictability. That's what keeps us all coming back for more.
Definitely. Isn't it amazing that it keeps us coming back?
It really is.
It's the highs and lows. You don't really experience that in everyday
No.
life, do you?
No.
And the camaraderie, the community of the pool world.
That's right. It's a family.
Like Kelly, how long have we known each other now?
Wow.
You were how old? 12?
12, so 34 years.
30. That's unbelievable to me.
And me too.
And think about everything that's happened in life over
know.
that time. So it's not just about playing pool, it's off the table too.
Well, we've ended up like sisters.
Yeah.
And I mean, you don't get that in just regular day to day. I mean, we've played a sport. Not only that, we've travelled the world together,
Yeah.
and we've been through all the heartaches and the
Things that some of these young players haven't
problems and-
experienced yet. So,
I know. Good and bad. We've had
oh yeah, it's
greatest
terrific for
times
the most
ever.
part.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
absolutely. Very lucky.
Yeah, very. So it's important that Kristina Zlateva gets on the board in this match. She can't let Bojana keep compiling those games. That was a good shot.
There's that containing safety that you've been
Yes.
working on.
Yes.
There you go. A little bit of spin there, Kelly.
Yeah.
Now, would you jump or would you two-rail kick here? I mean, it's choices, isn't it?
Yeah, I think.
Or
I
one
think
rail.
I'd jump. I
Would you?
would. Yeah. Because at least have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she could jump safe it. She could jump it and come to get that 5 ball back toward the 7-9. But
So when we look at these shots, we're looking at what are the possibilities, for a good outcome.
she's going to go for it. Oh, that's another.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well-
I was just going to say, and I didn't want to jinx her since you guys all think that's real.
Commentators curse.
Yeah, I was just going to say though that Bojana has not had very successful jumps today.
So that's
hardly
interesting,
any
isn't
of her
it?
jump shots have been
Really?
successful.
So maybe a little weakness in her game there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Kristina obviously got to be really happy with that. Her chance to get on the board here.
Well, she's got to make this one count. I'm sure she will.
Kristina's really played pretty steady at ease. She's been down in a few matches and then just made some really nice comebacks. She was down in her match up against Margaret. I think it was like 5-2, and she made a push back and ended up in the lead, winning that match. So, I feel like I've been watching these matches a lot here in the last couple of years, obviously. And for some reason, when we get to kind of that 5-6 game mark, we're seeing a momentum shift.
That's what happens, isn't
I
it?
never want to be in the lead at the 5 game mark. I'd rather be down because I feel like when the shift happens, I want to be on the good end of it.
Yeah, it's very interesting, the dynamics in pool. And there she is, taking her first game.
Well, that's what she exactly the right time and what she needed.
Stay close.
3-1, 4-0, big difference. And this next rack is very important. 3-2 to 4-1, it's a huge one.
What do you think about momentum shifts?
Well, I mean,
like, for example, some people are front runners, some people are
Yeah.
great from behind, and some people have it all.
we've seen it all.
We've seen it all.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't even. Do you know if there was some formula that I could tell you that I recognised was, I don't know the answer. And personally, I've come from behind and won. I've been in front and lost. I don't think there's any particular formula to.
Maybe not. I don't think for me or you, but some people are sort of front runners,
agree.
if you like.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, if you get them under pressure or down, then
Yeah.
you can keep up the foot on the throat, if you like. Oh.
Now she overcut that. Is that that's a
That's
illegal break, isn't
Illegal, yeah.
it? She sort of overcut the break there. She didn't go high enough didn't hit the one ball fully enough.
That's right.
She cut it too much. We got an illegal break.
She's lucky.
She made 2 balls but didn't get another ball past the line, the head string, where that second diamond lays.
And she's a little lucky that she hasn't
Yeah.
left Kristina a shot. Now, Ali, while
Yes.
we're just waiting here, what do you think about the great production that's been happening here for the Q Queens?
Oh my word, it's been wonderful. We've had film crews coming around and interviewing several of the players and following us around at different times as well, outside of the actual interviews. And we're hoping that it goes into a docu-series, aren't we?
Yes, yeah.
About women's pool.
I mean, I think that would be fantastic, wouldn't it?
Well, I think now's a wonderful time for it. With pool growing to new heights all over the world, I think now is the perfect time.
And women in sport.
Yes.
You know, this
Just
is
in general.
yeah, in general, it's huge right
But I
now.
do think that pool is a bit of a hidden gem because there's more people playing pool than almost any other sport in the world and on a regular basis. And I just, with all the leagues and et cetera that are huge right now, right? So I think this Q Queens it's a great time. It's a great
Millions of people play. You're absolutely right. You hit the nail on the head there. There's not probably many people who haven't picked up a cue in their life.
Oh, absolutely.
And we've seen little kids walking around this week. It was that little 8-year-old. Do you remember her yesterday?
time. Avery.
So
Yeah.
adorable. And I was that was us once upon a time.
Oh, no.
All right, so I want to say thank you guys to Teresa Garland. She said thank you for the legendary commentary, and she sent us a donation. So thank you to Teresa.
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you very
Teresa.
much, Teresa.
And Carly actually asked a question for you, Kelly. She said you won 4 matches in succession in the losers bracket and then lost to Pia 8-6. What seemed different in that final match against her? Asking for a cheeky friend.
Well, I didn't feel anything was different, if I'm honest. I come off from playing Alison, and I was queuing well, felt good. You know, of course, I would say I'm getting a little tired, but that's nothing because I went ahead and was 4-1 up. And again, we've talked about this. I'm not quite sure of one shot that changed the match, the momentum of the match or the dynamic of the match, but I don't recall missing a pot. It was just a couple of safeties, what could get through the window, the break. She got perfect on the one, and I didn't. And just a couple of funky things that before you know it's 4-3, 4-4, and I played one bad safe at the end there when I was 7-6 down, but just a couple of strange little things that
It's little rolls,
Yeah,
isn't it?
and
That
she-
extra turn of the ball.
correct. And she played very well, obviously, and ran out the racks, and that's all it was. I felt great.
You played really well against me, and I think the last 3 racks you broke and ran, and you were queuing really well.
Yeah, I felt
And for me, the break let me down.
that break's so important
Yeah.
because against you, I was breaking the same against Pia exactly, but against you, I was getting the shot on the 1 ball or the next ball if it was a 2 ball, whereas against Pia, I was not.
It's just a little bit of luck in this
Yeah.
game. There is luck. There is a luck factor, and it's either on your side or it's not. And you need to have luck to win a tournament.
Absolutely.
Right, it's a good combination of skill and luck, and if you're not getting both, you're not going to win the event.
That's correct.
All right, so it looks like Kristina's a little on the wrong side of this 8.
A little bit of work to do now. There we get a good view of it. That's great. We're going to force it round 3 rails if we can, I think. I don't like the inside English, I don't think. Not the way the cloth is playing. She's looking where she wants the cue ball to give her a shot into that top left corner pocket as we're looking at it. Or right from here.
Or left, or right.
Yeah, no, I know what I want to
It's
say,
tricky,
but I'm not
right?
sure how to convey it.
I think they get it.
Yeah,
Like, we got pretty smart fans here
Yes,
at the
we do.
WPBA.
they know what we mean. She drew it. Look at that. Nice shot.
Great touch.
That was really nice.
That
The
really
fans
was.
appreciated
Really,
that. There was some
very, very
applause in
nice.
the
I
room.
did not
Yeah.
expect that.
Would you have forced it 2 rails around?
100%.
Yeah, me too.
Using the spin to help.
Yeah. Spin, speed in the cue ball up.
I would not have played it like that, but she executed that lovely and controlled it perfectly.
Yeah,
All right.
very nice too. Look at that. 3-2. Now we got a game.
Exactly.
Fans are enjoying that. We got some whistles out in the crowd. I want to say thank you to some of our sponsors here at the WPBA. We've got Diamond Billiard Products, who continuously support us here for many, many years, as well as Aramith and Simonis.
Kristina's break coming up too.
Yeah, big turnaround. Just, especially winning the rack on your opponent's break. It's a bit
Yes.
like tennis with a serve, right?
Yeah,
It can switch the match around 3 racks.
definitely.
And I'd say that's kind of what happened with me and you, and it's what happened with me and Pia. in the opposite way for myself. But that's that one, if I take away your break and win that rack,
Yeah.
and I've broken around my break and broken around the next,
Yeah.
then that's a 3-rack swing.
Yeah, that's a lot. It's a lot to catch up. Look at that. She scratched in the last one she broke too, didn't she?
4 balls off the break she's made.
Wow.
Yeah, that losing the cue ball, that's at least 2 times I've watched her do that in this set already. And we're only sitting into the, starting the 6th rack.
Thing was the first one, it was a bad break from her because the cue ball went straight in. This one got kicked in,
She got
so
kicked
that's
in.
unfortunate. And she's made 4 balls off the break, which
Wow.
is very, very unfortunate.
I feel as though KZ's kind of been on the downside of the rolls as well in these matches this morning. She's just really fighting. It's working out, but it's a tough battle,
I
both
didn't see how
matches.
she came in this morning, what that match was like.
It was a little bit of back and forth action, and she played Bojana. I'm sorry, I screw her name up so regularly. I feel terrible. But they had a little bit of back and forth action, and Kristina just really wasn't getting the good side of the rolls. She just kept fighting, and
Yeah.
it was impressive, but
Oh, that was
wow.
a poor shot.
yeah.
Poor shot.
Stretching a bit, I think.
She had ball in hand, 5 balls left.
Yeah.
Poor shot.
Well, I mean, Kristina needs to capitalise on that. Not only
That's a turning point right there. I think.
not only pinching this rack, but that should make her feel confident for sure.
Yeah. She's made a couple of unforced errors, Bojana has. Because in that rack before, the one before that, she did an unforced error.
All right. Good morning to Mark White. He's in our chat. So thanks for tuning in, Mark.
All right, Mark.
He's in Thailand at
That's
the moment.
wonderful. Wonderful to have all these viewers from around the world.
Hello, Mark. Hope you're doing okay, darling. Miss you. I'm used to him being sitting in the commentary.
That's right.
I know.
Yeah.
He's like one of my favorites.
Always the best.
So
Ed.
much
great.
fun to
Oh,
listen
yeah.
to him.
And
Great guy.
I love commentating with him.
Yeah.
He's just got a great sense of humor. It makes it really easy to sit with him. A little stun forward there.
I think he makes it really good for the viewer,
Well, he's ventured out into all the other cue sports too, which has been wonderful for him, I
Yeah.
think.
Hay ball, English pool, you name
Yeah.
it.
All right, tied ball game, ladies, 3-3 in the final matchup here. This is the 2024 WPBA Tour Championship presented by Dr. Pool Promotions and Jacoby Custom Cues. While the ladies are racking, we're going to talk a little bit about our Sunday swag. For every $20 donation, it enters you into a drawing that we will do after the finals. These are the swag giveaways, the media guide from the 2024 season with its signatures from the top 32 players here at the WPBA, as well as a cue holder, a bobble ball from Superman Trick Shots, Brian Pauly, and one of our sponsors donated On the Hill Billiards Club t-shirt and hat. All the donations go to the improvement of our stream. We're pretty excited. We've been making steady improvements along the way.
I see that. It's
And,
very good.
And, and then that's all really because of the fans, honestly.
That's awesome.
Because, obviously we're nonprofit. So
Yep.
without them, we wouldn't have made these adjustments.
And all the work that you've put in behind the scenes.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I don't
no.
sleep a lot, that's for sure.
Aw, yeah, I mean, it takes the village, and the WPBA has been going for many, many years, and you've put a lot of time into this, Lonnie.
Well, I feel like it was not happening for the WPBA when Angela and I started chatting about it. And Angela's like, I'm taking my cell phone and I'm taking a laptop.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'll help. Let's do it,
That's great.
Yeah.
because
What
no
a
one
difference.
was doing it for us. No one.
No.
And so somebody had to get us out there because we deserve that. And I think that we have so many talented ladies on tour. And yeah, so thanks,
That's
guys.
great, thank you.
No,
Yeah.
thank you. It's from coming out of COVID to now. I mean, look how much it's improved. Got multiple cameras, multiple commentary headsets. Everything's doing really well.
Yeah, and they don't echo anymore. It's fantastic.
yeah, yeah.
The constant work and the learning. It's been fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so back to the match. Let's get back to this. A little bit of angle there on that too, huh?
Yeah, she caught that one ball a little bit on the thin side there. So the cue ball travelled a little further.
But not too bad, though.
No,
I
it's
think
not going to hurt her, I don't think.
it's just should keep her on the perfect side of the 3.
Yeah. She needs an angle on the 3 to come back cross table for the 4.
And then an angle on the 4 to come back for the 5.
It's really all about angles, isn't it?
It really is. You never want to be straight in, really, unless
Yep.
it's on the 9 ball.
No.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then you don't want to be frozen anything. You want full cue ball, 6 inches from the ball, 6 inches from the pocket.
She's a little too straight on this, I think.
Yeah. And speed of cloth and equipment makes a big difference on how you play a shot. I don't think there's ever sometimes a right and wrong. Sometimes it's how you're feeling. Because, I mean, I think you would get down and force this in and out of the rail.
Yeah.
Back left side. See, she's putting high on it,
Mm.
which is interesting. She's coming the other side of the 4, maybe.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, I think
I'd
I
have
play.
forced that.
I play like you.
Yeah.
I would have played the force into the rail and other side of the 4.
Yeah, me too.
But I feel like I have that stroke, that type of stroke.
Yeah, I agree, Ali. I don't want this shot. So I'm going to try and force it just to give myself, the other side of the 4.
Yeah. She needs to make this. And she does.
Good shot.
That
Good
was
shot.
A nice shot.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the way she addresses the ball in her stroke and everything? It kind of reminds me a bit of Jennifer Barreto when she was in that phase where she was really just keeping really close and then one stroking back.
Yeah, oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, but Kristina Tkach does that a little bit, or was used to do it more than she does now.
Yeah, her timing's gotten way better.
Yeah, definitely. She used to just hold still for a really long time and then come back and shoot. And it really didn't work for her, I don't think. Wasn't as consistent as she is now. So I think it depends on how they're feeling nerve-wise as to who does what. Whether you're moving the cue, whether you're stationary and you're just focusing on a slow backswing and then pushing through, smoothly.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it's to do with how you feel.
Well, me and you haven't ever been taught to or ever held the cue. We've always feathered pre-stroked.
Well, it's always trying to feel the shot that
That's
you're
right.
about to
That's right.
execute. That's
The
the way
speed.
we've grown up, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Hey, but whatever gets the balls in the pocket and gets you on the next ball.
100%.
There's so many different ways to do it now.
She's landed a little tricky here,
50-yard line.
Yeah.
Does she need the bridge or not? Can she reach it?
And not only that, the angle. Does she draw it? Can she draw it enough?
I think she
Is she
can
gonna
just bump into
Bump into it, yeah.
just carry him into the 9 and push it towards the pocket.
Nah, not as
Nicely
bad as I
played.
thought. Well, fair enough. 4-3. She gave 1 or 2 away, so I think, she did a nice run out there. Okay, so Kristina to break. So she's got to come out, hopefully getting a good break for her and to tie it up.
Do you think this is going to get to Hill? It gives
Possibly.
you get that feeling,
Yeah,
don't you, right
yeah,
now?
Yeah.
So please share and like this if you're enjoying it. We could do with the support here at the WPBA. And I've been playing on this tour since 1995.
Oh, my.
It's a long time. When did you come over, Kelly?
2004.
Right.
Yeah, so 9 years after you. I got on tour, I think I got on tour, excuse me, in 2004. It might have even gone over to 2005, so I'm literally 10 years behind you there, I think.
Our president, Dean, just walked in and he's handed over the 100.
Yeah, so we just want to let you guys know, too, we're currently sitting at around 900 viewers. Based on what I can see on my YouTube channel. If we can get that number to $1,200 or 1,200 viewers Dean is going to add another $50 to our Sunday swag giveaway. So if you guys can get those numbers up by sharing, liking, making sure you're sending it to all your favorite pool groups. I don't care if you put your TV on and then turn around and put it on your phone and all your tablets. We get that number to 1,200 viewers, and Dean's going to add another $50 to the Sunday swag.
You can't beat that, can you?
Yeah, let's just take all his money. I'm so
Yes.
excited.
Come on, everyone. Like and share. Let your friends know we're on.
All right, so Kelly has stepped out. She's got something she needs to take care of. And Mr. Dean Raisler, the president of the WPBA, is officially in the booth, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody behave.
No. But I just was going to remind you that I think we have 3 ball sets left, and if the Fishers can't get it done, nobody can.
I don't know. I'm pretty sporty at this ball set stuff.
Well, I was going to give her a chance, but...
No, absolutely. You're not going to get that deal anywhere else. And that shout out to Aramith for continuously giving us that opportunity. And of course, supporting the WPBA. We're really appreciative of that. But we do have just a few sets left. These are used at this event right here. You're watching these ladies use it. They're the Aramith Pro Cup Series with the pink 4-ball and the orange 5. $370 shipped within the continental 48 states. Promise you're not getting that deal anywhere else.
And they were new in plastic when I brought them here.
Yep.
On Monday, so they're brand new.
Oh, I love the fact that the best players in the world have been using them.
Yeah.
Even if only for a couple of matches, It's a great deal.
Yeah, it really is, because if you try to find it at that cost anywhere else, you're never getting it. All right, so look at this. Uh-oh.
Yeah, she got a little bit
She
of
might have
fortune.
gotten away with that.
A little roll, I would say. A little
Yeah.
roll there on that. Kristina played a loose shot right before that. But this isn't an easy out, is it? She's
No.
got a funny angle on the 2 here. The 4 and the 8 are tied up. So it's not an easy out by any means.
I was saying, Allie, all the close matches we've had on the stream table, it's been crazy. A lot of good viewing.
Yes. A lot of close matches, right?
Yep.
Do you think that lends itself to the fact that we use the alternate break format?
Oh, yes,
sure.
for sure.
Sure. Yeah.
What she tried to do was bump the other side of the 4, but she caught the 2 too thin there, because she would have freed, which she did for Kristina Zlateva, but she's opened up the game now. But she was trying to do 2 things. Sometimes you've got to really focus hard on making the ball and let the cue ball take care of itself.
I see the donation meter got to 52 over here, but she has some more lines written out that you guys, if you are just joining us and don't know about the swag $20 donation to get in, a lot of good stuff, and the $100. Trying to get it to $150 if our viewership can go up, so share it out there.
So I thought this was a really nice comment in the chat. Sorry, our chat is down at the moment. So I'm kind of just monitoring it from my phone. But this was a really nice comment from one of Kristina Zlateva's super fans. But also I feel as though he's a super fan here at the WPBA as well. He said, Allison, you were the first player I saw back in 2007 on ESPN, and he has been hooked ever since.
Oh, thank you very much. Or as my son would say, the 1900s. Back in the 1900s. Thank you. I know I've been here a long time, and I really appreciate it that you're still out there following, and I'm still here playing.
Well, I think it says a lot, though, too, as well, about the reach that you've had in your career.
Oh, thank you.
To bring so many people to pool. And I think it's important that people recognize that and that you know it, because it says a lot about you and what you've brought to our sport. So
thank you. I met a lady here earlier, one of the fans who's been watching this week, and she said that she'd been watching me since she was a kid. So it's really nice when you see people.
Oh, you're an influencer. You just did it at a time when we didn't have social media, right?
Yeah, it's true, isn't it? It was all on ESPN, wasn't it? And I came over at a good time in pool too. But now we're back to another good time in pool, for sure.
I'm a little upset at her because, I'm bringing new blood over here to try to beat her, and she keeps on knocking them down. I mean, it's...
I don't think so. It's getting tougher and tougher.
Well, and that's okay, though.
But it's good. This is the new breed of players. They're all good. Everyone can make the balls and have a good safety game and good breaking and all aspects of the game. So it really puts the heat on and makes you just want to be a better player.
Well, and I think it forces us all to just work harder and get a little bit better still.
Definitely.
You know, and make improvements. And I think that pool, that's the one thing about it. You can't perfect it. So if you don't constantly work at it, you're not going to grow with it. So
That's true.
kudos to all the players coming in, putting the heat on Allison.
Thank you very much. Not.
All right, so here she is. She's trying to get this match tied up. This 8 ball in the lower right-hand corner.
Yeah, I think she's going to play for the 9 on the side. She walked around to have a look. But she looks a little more relaxed now, doesn't she?
Do you
The
think
stroke.
that pace has something to do? So, like, Bojana has a very slow, kind of slower pace. And Kristina, when she's playing well, she has a little pep in her step.
Definitely.
So do you think that maybe there's some type of empathic connection that happens between players that have different paces?
I find it, personally, I agree. I find it a little trickier playing really slow players. Because you want to almost psychologically speed the game up, but then you
Right.
get out of your own pace.
Yep.
Yeah, so, all right. So there she have it, folks. She has tied up this match. We're going to take just a second while these ladies are racking and say thank you to some of our tours, our event sponsors here at the WPBA Dr. Pool Jacoby Tour Championship.
Hey.
Central Wisconsin Convention and Expo Center is housing us, and this is where we're playing at. The Midwest Pool Players Association, the Incredible Bank, the Village of Rothschild, Olhausen Billiards, of course, our tried and trues, Aramith, Diamond, and Simonis. On the Hill Billiards Club, shout out to Todd and his staff and the Erickson Fisher Group. So thank you to all of them for supporting this event.
And Todd is in the stands. And
Yeah.
He told me next year I'm going to do something. He said for every Hill match I'm going to donate $50.
Really?
Yeah.
That's nice.
I don't know if he said to the winner or just donate it, but that's in his mind
That's
For
already.
the feature matchups, you mean? For the feature table? Or for the whole room? Because there's
I think
8 tables.
I'm going to hold them to the whole room. It'd have to probably be the feature match.
Do you know, years ago,
But
we
who
used to have Gordon's Gin, I think it was,
Right.
sponsoring the tour for break and runs.
Oh, that's fun. They probably
They
quit
did
that
it.
quick.
They did it in a certain round, like round
Oh.
2, round 3 of a tournament,
Uh-huh.
and you could record your break and runs, and they would give, I think it was $20 or $50 per break and run.
Wow.
It's a nice little bonus. Oh, that's a messy rack there, isn't it? Looking at those balls
Oh,
on the
yeah.
side rail.
Yeah, so she's going to go ahead and take a second and take that perfect rack off the table, the official rack sponsor of the WPBA.
She's got a two-way shot here. She can either play a safe one way or the other. She can either hide behind the 3-9 or send the 2 over there behind the 3-9. There we go. Let's watch that cue ball. Didn't quite get what she wanted there, but
Yeah, left
hasn't
her
left
long.
anything
No, 'cause
great
if she
because
makes
the
the 2,
three's
what's she
tied
going to
up.
do, right?
yeah, I wonder if there's a 3-9 combo into the side
Oh, my
pocket there.
goodness.
Just
A side angle might help. See if we can
yeah.
see it.
Is that
She's got a button.
Is
Oh, I
that
don't know. I
is
don't
it
know what
this
you
one?
allow her
Yeah,
to
it's
do. What
that
if she
one.
presses the wrong one? Oh, it's,
I
still-
gave her her own controls.
Does that look
that's
like
close.
it goes
It's
or not?
close.
I
It's
still
close
can't
for sure.
quite tell there.
Let's get our 6 camera on there. Oh, I have to buy that.
I
Yeah.
don't know if this view will let us see in it either.
No,
No.
but we're growing with cameras, ladies
Yes.
and gentlemen, and trying to add to the fleet.
I'm going to get some more
It's
somewhere.
great.
All right. Thank you, Derek, for your donation to the Sunday swag. We've got you added to the list.
Looks like she's thinning off for 2 back around, sending the cue ball back around. Yeah, that 4 ball was a big ball there. She needed to spin the cue ball more. I know that Kristina's grandmother and mother, we've got Maria and Ginka watching, and I'm sure their hearts are in their throats right now.
Yeah, Maria, we are really happy. We have Maria on the stream regularly. She's fantastic.
Yeah.
Super supporter of us and Kristina, of course.
I'm
right?
sure she's very proud of her, and Maria herself is a referee.
Right.
So it's nice to have it all in the family, isn't it?
How do we refresh this over here to see if we pick up anything?
We just did. We're
Oh.
sitting at 9:50.
Okay, we got a ways to go, but we can do it.
Yeah. This is
Call your friends.
race to 6 right now.
Yeah, we got a long way to go before we go out to eat, but we'll be there.
Oh, I'm so hungry.
Tell me about it. You want me to bring you something from the...
You better take me with you.
No, I mean from over here.
Oh, no, I'm fine. Thank you, Dean. All right, look at this, folks. She's going to there. Oh. If she'd have hit that, I think she might have had a chance to make it. She cut it so thin.
Yeah, it's
It
unusual.
wasn't.
She's a great jumper of the ball. I'm actually surprised she missed it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, she is. The unfortunate part, though, is really even if she does make it, it doesn't really lend to itself to a nice shot on the three. So
No.
things were just a little goofy there.
I got a shout out to Jacoby Cues for stepping up their sponsorship this year also.
Wonderful.
A couple of those cues made it to the, well, one of them made it to the Q spin, which was really, really, really successful, and I'm so happy.
That's excellent. Yeah, that was a great idea.
And then we can do that as a fundraiser some time again. It doesn't have to be for this tournament or anything else, just to.
Or for every tournament, but occasionally, right? It's nice. We're so great. I mean, we're so lucky because sponsors give us cues and then we
And
get to use
players,
them to
yeah.
gain funds for our
And
events.
If it's
And
well planned out, this was thrown together.
we get
so
to feed that back to our fans.
we get some time on it and set it really up good. It could be a really massive thing. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, dearie me. She got a
Ooh,
little
but
fortunate there.
But the three ball rolled too far. So
I
that's-
actually think I would have used the 2 to break the balls up and hook Kristina behind the 4.
Oh, yeah.
You can't give up all your tricks now.
Yeah, I didn't like the play of trying to break it out there because she didn't need to. She could have broken it out with the 2.
Yeah, so playing a safety with purpose.
Yes.
Kind of, yeah. It's a good idea.
Oh, that was a good shot.
Pretty fair, yeah.
Yeah, we'll take that. I don't think. Is there a window of opportunity there? Don't think so,
Man,
right?
it's so hard. You know, you'd like to have like 6 angles, but it's like.
Well, we can see by Kristina's face. She's having a look.
Right? Fair enough.
That's a tough one there. She might have to go up the end rail there, off the top rail and back down. But it could be a sellout shot. If you don't make the ball, it's a good chance to sell out here, meaning she'll give Bojana another chance. Oh, she's given her ball in hand. Anytime you're kicking one rail, it's a little tricky, selling out to get safeties.
Shout out to Dan from Olhausen who's watching.
And he was here this week, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
Yeah. It's nice to see all these table sponsors coming into the game again now. Got Brunswick billiard tables coming back in the game. They've sort of disappeared for a while. Not disappeared, but they weren't in the spotlight. And we got Olhausen coming back. They've been brought out by bigger groups and more business-like people, and they want to do more in the industry. So it's quite exciting time to be in pool now, and it's good for all the competition.
Yeah.
Many years ago on the WPBA, when I first came over, every tournament was out to bid, and we'd have different table sponsors at every event. So that was a bit different,
Yeah, and when Peg ran them around, they were Brunswick, right?
Yeah, and then Brunswick came on and sponsored the tour as a whole. And then it all changed again. We've had Diamond. Obviously, Diamond are here now.
Yes, and been a great sponsor.
Yes, they
'Cause,
have. They've been wonderful.
Hauling tables around and with sometimes 2 trucks and staff
Yeah.
and everything.
There's a lot of logistics that people don't realise. We
Yeah,
don't just show up and they're there. It's
Yeah, they just don't fall out of the sky.
right. We're in a convention centre here, and it all has to be set up.
And we do a number of pool rooms, and this next year we're trying to improve and pick the best ones we can.
Well,
with
that's a
more
good
money.
point, isn't it? Like, what's the next year's schedule looking like? How many events do we have?
We're looking at 10 to 12 again, but the reason I'm holding off is there's a few really, really good things in the works, and I don't want to blow it by just filling in and taking what we have. I think I have 3 weeks off here, which is a very
Wow.
rarity.
Oh, that was a. I'm not sure if I might have tried the bank there, but she tried that cut shot. That was a tough shot to play. And I feel like I don't know if she's a little tired, Bojana, but she's making quite a few mistakes in the last few racks.
I would guess that she was in a little bit of a quandary. She had a flight going out today, and she was having difficulty changing. So she messaged me late last night, and I didn't get it till early this morning. And she was able to, she was going to lose that flight, apparently. She can't change it, she said, so she had to purchase another flight. So I says, if you can get to Chicago, I got drivers when we get down south to get you there. So she's able to stay and play, and it worked out for her. She won, you know. I was going to hate it if she went 2-0 from there and didn't gain any more money. But again, we don't want anybody to forfeit.
Well, that's
either.
an awful situation if
Yes.
you're thinking about flights. She
when
obviously
she's
didn't
going-
expect to do as well as
Well,
she's done.
And then with the field, would you? You know, I mean, really.
And it's a tough field.
So we're going to get her taken care of. And,
Players from all over the world. We have Taiwan. We've quite a few players from Taiwan, Japan, Australia, all over Europe. It was a really tough field.
So they put a question/poll, whatever, in the chat. If there was a movie about Allison's life, which actress would you want to play her part?
That's a good question.
I think she'd do it herself. I think you could do it, Allie.
I don't think so.
But
that is an interesting one.
right. It's kind of fun. It looks as though Jerry Stucker, our tournament director, has enough time to sit in the chat room and start polls and questions.
Do we have the authority to kick them out?
No,
I mean, most tournament
he's even
directors-
answering questions for me in there.
Oh, is
So.
he?
Nice out from Kristina Zlateva there.
All right, where are we at on the score? 5-4.
We're halfway there now.
Yeah, we would say halfway point for sure. All right.
Looks like Dean's on his way out the door,
I got
folks.
booted out by somebody that plays pool.
The other
and knows
Fisher.
a lot more and knows a lot more about commentating than I do.
Well, thanks for joining us, Dean. Now we're getting Sister Kelly back in the box. So Kristina's taken advantage of a few of Bojana's mistakes here. She's just been left a little funky on some of her shots, Bojana, and gone for tricky ones.
Is this the first time that Kristina's had the lead in this match?
I believe so.
Oh.
I did see a couple of mistakes when I was just coming through there from Bojana, but
All right, so she's removing the perfect wrap from the table. I will tell you that Kristina absolutely cannot stand that thing being on the table. And it's a little...
I'm like that. I
You don't
like to
like it
walk
either.
it across to the... Not that I never put it on the side rail, but I don't like it on the rail. Because more often than not, I'm going to have to shoot towards it at some point.
me too. And move it about.
And
keep
move it
moving
about. It's just, I think it's more professional to move it away from the table.
All right. You hear it here, folks. Move the rack away from the table.
And if you don't, I'm not playing you.
Oh, great. I'm just going to leave it on the rail.
Funny, yeah.
I can get out of that one. She'll be like, I'm forfeiting.
Have you ever known people who put the chalk upside down on the
Oh,
rail?
that drives me nuts.
You know, I guess I don't really personally pay attention to how people set their chalk down.
Oh no.
Yeah.
See, I carry mine with me now.
Yeah, me too.
But
Back in the day.
But back in the day
Yeah.
in snooker,
In the
we all had it-
1900s
yeah, we
again.
all always had it in the
Pocket,
waistcoat in
our
the
pocket,
vest.
yeah.
And I've never, even the whole time I'm living in America, I've never not had it in a pouch
On
or
you,
a clip
yeah.
on me yet. Because of my pre-shot routine doesn't allow for it to be on the table.
Oh Lord, that OCD part.
Yep.
Yeah, me too. Now that I have a place that I put it, I usually wear something
Same.
with pockets.
Yep.
And sometimes I throw it in my pocket. Depending on the pants I have, I'll use my magnet. But
I like to have my chalk with me, and I like to have my own piece of chalk.
Me too. And it drives me nuts when there's more than one piece on the table.
Oh, I don't like that either.
you guys are telling people your secrets.
Oh, I don't like that either. Some people will have 2 or 3 bits on there, and I'll be like, no, I carry them back to the seat. And
Me too. Yeah.
You know, when I first started playing on tour with you ladies, that was one thing coming from a very different background. I never paid any, which is probably why I didn't notice that the chalk was upside down, right? And every time I would leave my chalk on the table, someone would come back and put it on the table in front of me. And I very quickly learned that that wasn't something that people enjoyed on tour. So I very quickly learned how to fix that. But I was not used to that. Everywhere I played, nobody cared if the chalk was on the table or
Right.
not.
that was a great shot by Kristina there. She came off the left side of the 3-ball, and she's hooked Bojana here, and she's going for that jump cue, which she hasn't been successful so far. You were mentioning, Lonnie, whenever you've seen her with the jump cue. So
No.
let's see if she can pull one out
We're
here.
going to see it again.
That's a nice side angle view there. Well, she made it that time. At least she
She definitely got a good hit that time.
got a good hit.
Good for her.
Just off straight. This is the type of shot you just roll in because you can't do anything else with the cue ball there. But luckily the 4's in a good spot. But the 4 to 5's tricky. So let's see what she's got here. It's not as easy as it looks, is it?
No, you've got to control. Oh,
She hit that at a really
did.
solid pace.
I like that,
Yeah, me
actually.
too,
I
yeah.
like that play on it.
that's really the best way to just be able to let your stroke out.
Yeah, anytime you can hit that sort of medium or medium firm stroke is much better, isn't it? Than rolling.
100%.
Now, being that she's shooting the pink 4 from such a distance, do you think that she'll play to come down underneath the orange 5?
That's what I'm thinking.
She may play that path down
She's
the way,
spinning a lot here. Let's see.
but she's going for the. I'm going to just say it,
Oh.
9 combo.
Do you know,
Going
I
for the
wasn't look-
combo, huh?
That's a bold move because she's landed almost perfectly on that. That was tough.
She had 2 really tough shots in a row, to be fair. The 3 was definitely a nice stroke shot. She hit it really good pace. Then she shot the pink 4 really nice, too.
It crossed my mind about the 9, but I think
Yeah.
I'd have played it with a touch of right to bring it closer. And if
Nice
there you
shot.
go.
Look, there was no question there. That was a great shot. But she put herself in that perfect position. If you're a few inches one way or the other, it becomes a lot tougher, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
She was literally playing to, really a ball's width on the table
Yeah.
there.
Yep. Then she had to be pretty perfect because the distance between the two was quite
Yeah, the 9 wasn't hanging.
not at all.
So she's got the momentum shift now, isn't she? This is the first time she's been in the lead, and now she's created a 2-game lead.
And she was 3-0 down. So it just shows you originally what we were talking about.
Yeah, there's definitely always a momentum shift somewhere in the match. At which point, like I said, I tend to see it when the score lines are usually like 5-2, 5-3, sometimes 5-1.
We should do statistics.
I know, right?
Who's the
The
statistician?
stats guy usually is in the chat, but I haven't seen him yet today.
I'd be curious for that
Yeah.
because
All right, Bojana to break. Cue ball's tracking. Oh, there you go. Saving bump by the 8 ball.
well, she's going to be queuing over the 8 here, but this 2 ball is makeable. It's whether or not she can hold the cue ball for the 3 in the side. It's sitting there, but it's just can she hold it? I think so.
I think so.
I'm very impressed with how composed Bojana is. She's very, very composed at the table. For as young as she is, you know what I mean? You
Yeah, she
think she'd
doesn't-
look more nervous.
She's not rattled, is she?
Mm-mm.
Like, often look at people when they're sitting in their chairs or they've just missed a shot that was very makeable or whatever. And, I watched her when she was playing Margaret and she didn't let anything get to her. But you've got to almost be like that, haven't you? Because you've got to keep your composure because you never know when you're going to get back to the table.
Oh, wow.
Another mistake.
Yeah. From bridging over the ball like that to be going at that speed's hard to cue through dead straight.
How many matches has she played today?
Well, today she played for the hot seat, and then she had to play Margaret to advance to the final. So this would be her 3rd match. But she also came from stage 1.
Wowee! So how
Wow.
many matches has she played overall?
Well, she's 22.
Yeah, that's true. Forget that. But nevertheless, so she came in probably Tuesday, played all day Wednesday.
Yeah, I think
Summer
she stayed on the
Thursday.
upside in stage 1, so I think that's a 4 matches
Yeah,
coming into the final stage.
that's great.
It is
isn't it?
really good.
There's a lot. There's pros. There's not many cons to that because you really get to know the table as well too.
That's right, you get a little bit warmed up
Yeah.
already before you're even in stage 2.
Oh boy. Oh, nice.
Should be pleased with that result. That's a nice little safety.
So she's only 22.
Yeah, 22 years old.
I
Wow.
thought she was 22 when we were in Austria last
She
year.
may be 23,
Yeah,
but
maybe.
Yeah.
She looks younger than that, though, doesn't she?
I know when I played her coming out of COVID, and she got to that final, I knew she was only a teenager still. Unbelievable.
the growth, right?
I know. That's a nice shot.
Nice kick safety.
Another little tester here, Kelly.
Yeah, I mean, she hit it perfect. It did collide into the 3 and leave that shot, but she couldn't have controlled the cue ball any better. Now we've got a tester for Kristina.
Which she came through on that shot before.
She must be feeling good.
Well, you can see the little pep in the step.
Yeah, you can. Body language does. Yep,
Look at that.
Beautiful.
Beautiful stroke. She's just a very patient person, I think. You know, she's always sort of there at your heels. You know, the sort that's hard to sort of shake off.
Shake off, yeah. Yeah.
I think she has a really good temperament for the game, and you know, if she misses, she's just again, she doesn't really get upset. She just waits for opportunities.
Well, that's
So it's
true.
important to really make the most of your opportunities, isn't it?
100%. Like overall, as a player, she's got the great safety. She's got a good all-round game,
She does.
and mentally also, I feel
Yeah.
that she's improved a lot over the last couple of years.
I noticed her safety game when I played her at Palmetto. She came out with some really good ones.
Well, again, I said it earlier, but this is a huge rack. 7-4 to 6-5.
I don't think anyone's taken a break yet, have they? I think this would be the time for Bojana to go take a break.
I agree.
Just recompose yourself if you need a little snack or something.
Well, if we look at it from Bojana being 3-0 up, 3-0 up, out of the last 7 racks, she's only won 1.
Yeah.
And if this one goes Kristina's favour, then out of the last 8 racks, she's only won 1. You've got to take a break.
Yeah.
Try and change that momentum again.
Don't want to be on the rail.
Oh.
And straight in.
I think she might just have enough angle to pop it off the top rail, you know. But
Oh, look, teeny shake of the head. A teeny one.
yeah, no, I'd be shaking my head.
Oh, I know you.
Oh, Lord. I really would.
Your face is a picture.
Yeah, I've been told I've got a lot of...
Very expressive.
Expressive, that's right. Facial expressions, yeah. Oh,
Just
I can
thinking
feel
about it. Yeah, I know.
I'm shaking my head sitting here. Oh, it was straight too.
Oh, that's nice, right?
Yeah.
She played inside of the 8. That was a good shot.
Yeah.
Great shot.
Mm-hmm.
Now, inside or outside? Choices.
For me, from here, inside.
Really?
I think so.
I honestly thought you were going to go outside.
Especially if I'm left-handed. Interesting.
Yeah. But you're not.
I'm not, but I think I still would go inside.
She's going outside.
She
Look.
is. Yeah.
Would you go twice across? I would go twice across.
No.
Oh, she held
See,
it.
that's why I wouldn't go outside there, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I think I'd have gone inside on that one.
Yeah. So
Because it's below the spot, and
it's the 50-yard line, isn't it? You could go one way or the other, and it's preference. To going inside English, you're not going near any pockets, but you've got to get your speed control correct. Going outside English is always a little bit of danger, isn't there? Of holding
That's
up your
right.
stroke or the side pockets.
and we practice them a lot where we're confident, but still, it's not given her any benefit. If she'd have gone inside, she could have got closer, I feel.
Yeah. Good
Doo-doo.
shot.
Yeah.
She makes that shot to go 7-4. Let's see if Bojana takes a break or not.
Yes,
Looks
she
like
is.
it.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy a little bit of video content about why the ladies here love the WPBA.
I love WPBA because it's like a big family and we feel so warm.
The sisterhood amongst the women. One of the greatest gifts I've ever gotten out of pool were the friendships that I've built from them.
What I like most about the WPBA is their continued support for women's pool.
I love the camaraderie and the competitiveness of the WPBA players.
WPBA gives us a chance, a stage to compete and show our passion.
The WPBA always supports us in that every tournament we go to, they will always take care of us.
What I love about the WPBA are all the fierce competitors out there.
The competitiveness.
I love the equipment at the WPBA.
I like the most about WPBA that they keep continuing to support women's sport throughout so many years.
What I love about the WPBA are the fans.
What I love most about the WPBA is that we're all kind of like one big family.
I love that the WPBA brings great competition from around the world.
The WPBA has been a huge part of the growth of women's pool, and I love them for that.
The WPBA is the longest-standing women's professional pool tour and the biggest supporter of women playing pool.
Incredible community of strong women and people who are putting a lot of time and effort in growing women's pool.
It gives women something to strive for, a reason to improve their game and to try their hardest to become a better player.
I get to play with the best players in the world, and not only that, but I get to call them my friends.
Every time I get to come to an event, I feel at home with all of the girls.
Meeting and competing against fierce women.
The camaraderie amongst the players.
The fierce and high-level competition with a beautiful group of ladies.
We have always stuck together, and most of all, because of our competitive spirit with each other and our long-lasting friendships.
The organization always listens to what the players have to say, and they're always trying to improve the tour for us.
All right, guys. While the players are taking a break, we want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors here at the WPBA Dr. Pool Jacoby Tour Championship, Central Wisconsin Convention Center and Expo. It's Midwest Pool Players, Incredible Bank, Village of Rothschild, Olhausen, of course, Aramith Diamond, Simonis, On the Hill Billiards Club here in Wisconsin. Shout out to Todd and his staff, and the Erickson Fisher Group. So thanks so much for all the support year after year of us coming to this event. We're pretty excited to be here time and time again. We love the convention center. We love the people. We have great support from all the fans, the locals, and you guys, thanks for tuning in and enjoying this fantastic final matchup between Kristina Zlateva and Bojana Sarac. Looks as though the ladies have taken just a quick break to sign some autographs. I know you guys are enjoying having the Fishers on the stream. I do too. It's been a really good time working with these ladies. And it looks like the Slayer is getting ready to break rack number 12 here of this final matchup in a race to 10. I do like to mention that this is the finale of our 48th season with the WPBA. So kudos to the longest standing women's professional tour on the planet. And she has got an absolutely fantastic break to start. Cue ball set nicely for her to have a great starting shot on the two ball. Nothing tied up. This could be a fantastic opportunity for Kristina Zlateva. Look at this. Great. I mean, that was just a key, crucial starting shot in the rack. She broke. What a great opportunity for Kristina here. Her break just came in beautifully. Set up with that nice starting shot on the 2, nothing tied up. It's good stuff.
Well, things have definitely done a 360, actually.
Right.
Sorry, I was going to throw out numbers there, but 360 for sure. And Kristina's playing nice and fluent now. You can see the difference.
Like I said, she's been grinding it out through this whole tournament, really. And the last, her last match on the stream table against Bojana, she also just didn't settle in early in the match and kind of came in nicely at the end. So, and it looks as though she's doing the same thing here.
It seems to be a little bit of a pattern, doesn't it? I wouldn't say she's necessarily been a front runner in matches as much as she is, like we say, grinding it out.
Like more of a closer, right?
Yeah, never giving up. And really, she's taken advantage of Bojana's, faults here in the match. She's made a few errors that we didn't expect. Could be nerves, could be a bit of tiredness, or, could be anything really. But she's made those errors, and Kristina's just capitalised, and then it's allowed her momentum to come on strong, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think that's, it's a good thing to have, is being able to come out from behind and, being able to close the match. Like you said, Ali, some are great front runners, some are not, and vice versa. Some are great from coming from behind, and some also are not.
Oh, she overhit this.
Wow, look at that. And just as we talk about it.
I tell you, you don't believe me.
That was interesting, wasn't it?
Yeah, it did bounce a lot more than, I think she caught it a bit thin.
Yes.
That's what happened there.
And she had a spin on it. She had a lot of left spin on it.
Well, and she purposely came under the 8 ball. So she was being really mindful to make sure not to bump the 8. And I wonder if that maybe
it could be.
Why
trying to avoid the 8 and then you overhit a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So can she nip it and get behind the 8 possibly or not, do we think?
I think so. I think she can put the 7 to...
Oh.
What?
What? We're all like, what? I don't even know what to say about that shot, if I'm honest.
She pointed at the cue ball being below the 9 down this left side.
But that was a bold move,
You can't
though.
play
That was so bold.
Yeah, you can't play that, and that's a tough one.
That was so interesting. I mean, if it all worked out, it would have been, oh, what a great shot. But I couldn't fathom how to control that ball.
Cue ball had to stay on the top rail there, no matter what.
Yeah, definitely. Leave the distance.
Yeah. Bit of an awkward angle here, so she's got to throw it in with
that was a beauty,
reverse.
wasn't it?
Yeah, that
what
was a
nice
lovely
shot.
stroke.
Don't want to be straight in here. Do you remember that shot you had yesterday where you landed straight in?
Yes, I do. Look at
Sorry,
you smiling.
I don't know why I'm bringing it up. You still beat me, but I remember.
I do.
She's like, how'd that work out for you? Is that kind of the look Ellie just gave you?
Yeah, I'm smiling because I did mess up and it did.
But it's so easy to do, isn't it? Sometimes you think, oh, don't land there, and then of course there you are.
And I was trying to cheat the pocket so much that I actually missed the ball.
It's dark in there.
Just not. She just caught that thick and with spin, right? How much do you think, Kelly and Lonnie, that equipment plays with it? Like, she's using a wood shaft. We don't often see that nowadays. We see a lot of carbon, maybe less deflection. Do you think it's a little factor sometimes?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I think the conditions are changing, and I think definitely with the wood shaft, you're seeing players that have gone, ooh,
wow, good shot. She needed that.
Yeah, she did. You're seeing players switching to to carbon fibre shafts. And I've seen some switch back.
You see that a lot of people switching back because of the feel of the wood. It's slightly different feeling.
How do you feel?
Well, I think carbon is very stiff and hard hitting, and you can do a lot more, I think, speed-wise and power and less deflection, so you can aim differently. You can aim pretty much where you want to hit the ball with spins, so it makes the game a little bit easier. But I think the wood has a bit more flex to it and feeling.
100%.
So you know, it's just a choice then at the end of the day of what you like the feeling of and what you fall in love with.
I played with a low deflection wood shaft though, so for me to transition wasn't too bad. No, however, certainly the feeling of the wood is it does give you more feedback.
Yeah, it sort of resonates more a little bit. It's hard to explain, but
it is
a bit more life to it.
Yeah.
I actually went from the carbon fiber back, but I went to the heel wood.
Oh yeah.
So it's still pretty low deflection.
Yes.
It wasn't as big a transition, but I did find that I had to not use the same style of tip. Like I went from the soft back to the medium when I went back from the carbon fiber.
That is interesting because they say with the carbon fiber to use softer tips, right? Because it's a hard hit.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just want to throw. She's just broke dry, and that's that cut break there. The one ball hit below the pocket. The wing ball hit below the pocket. She actually broke dry.
Well, I think she's not had the greatest of breaks anyway in the whole match.
No.
She's either she's done illegal breaks. She's broken dry. She's always caught it too thin.
Yeah, too thin. That's what she did there. Yeah.
Well, and I would say that without being critical, because I clearly shouldn't be criticizing other players, but I noticed that in her first matchup with Kristina as well, she broke dry 3 times.
Oh, really?
So I would say that would be a point of something to maybe go home and just really work on.
Wow, that's too much especially in a finals.
Yeah.
You know, when you make it through to the last day to be giving games up.
Yeah.
And with the template rack, you know that's.
You and I tend to like to hit it full on harder, don't we?
Yeah.
The cut break, pros and cons. I mean, if you master it, it can be phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at, I was just mentioning earlier, Margaret and Kristina to catch, they've almost mastered that break, the cut
and
break.
Pia's working on mastering
and
it
as well.
Yeah.
You know, so.
But when you don't hit it good, it doesn't. You kind of look silly. You know.
Well, she's just there trying to curve it around and decelerate it a little bit, and it's curved too quick. Caught the 2.
Yes. All right. So I guess really ultimately getting position from the 1 to the 2 seems to be key. Maybe the 3 to the 4.
Yeah, 3 to 4, maybe.
Yeah, 3 to 4, yeah. With ball in hand, should be no problem getting on the 2.
Yeah.
3 to 4, the thing is the 8-ball blocking, so she's going to be on the wrong side of it. Unless. What's she doing here?
Well, she's a
2
left-hander.
rails. She's a lefty.
I know, but I'd put well, again, personal preference.
Right.
You're one rail you don't like.
One rail off the side rail down. But again, no right or wrong.
I think that's natural what she did coming into the angle though.
Yeah, but the only thing there is that she's now on the wrong side. She just underhit it, right?
She just underhit it. But you know, too, I would say just because I'm so blessed to watch all of you ladies, Kelly, you play a lot more stun position, where some people play more rail position. Right. So I guess that would just come down to preference.
Oh, definitely. I don't think in this game there's a right and a wrong.
100%.
I think it's how you feel, what's natural to you. We've come from a game, snooker, being more stun and draw shots. And that's definitely where your game is.
100%.
You know, the best of your game is there. And you do, you know, you have close cue ball control and barely using the rails.
Yeah. And my stroke, you know, as well. It's a short stroke.
Yes.
So that also factors in. Now, the good thing here for Kristina is that this is actually better, the more angle now. Now she can come 2 rails.
Yeah.
Playing the 4 in the top left, which now the 8 doesn't come into play.
Was she standing looking at that into the side pocket? I'm just interested, because to me it's a natural corner pocket shot, right? Bit of high right.
Yeah.
It's just the way she was looking at it. It didn't look right, did it? But that was a perfect shot.
Perfect shot. So the wrong angle on the 2 ball helped her really to get the right angle on the 3. Which she was probably playing anyway.
Very possible.
And she's just got a new cue from Mez Cues. That's one of her sponsors. So this is a new equipment, and she's got to the final.
That's awesome. That really is. Well, she's landed 2 straight on this one.
I was surprised at that. I thought she'd let the stroke out more there. Unless she was trying to play the other side.
I was just going to say that I think maybe she was. But you know what gets me in this game is you get two straight or wrong side and it gets worse. And
Oh yeah. Look what happened. She's actually got away with it, I think. She hasn't left a shot to make the 5-ball in the corner.
I know, yeah.
But she was trying to force an angle on to get on the 6.
Yep.
And you can't really cheat these pockets so much, can you?
No. I mean, the playing when they're brand new with a brand new cloth, they're playing, nice down the rails. You can cheat a little bit, but the pockets are small and the shelf of the pockets are deep. I've seen some balls hung this week that all of us thought were in.
Yeah. Definitely. There was one actually again bringing you up against me yesterday. Remember that 5-ball, I think it was?
Yeah.
In the corner.
I do, yeah. I did one against Pia as well.
You know what it is? The diamonds have very deep shelves too. You think the ball's in, and maybe on other tables it would be in, but not on these.
Well, you think it's going to drop, like gravity can't stop it, but you forget how deep the shelf is. She just overhit that a little bit because the line that she'd hit it was perfect for the top rail. Just the speed.
Yeah, and I think that's probably been the biggest problem for Kristina in this match is just not really got the speed of the table down. Like, I don't know if it's ball speed or table speed, but something is just a tad off. I think it could have something to do with nerves or, I mean, she's so seasoned, though. She's been...
Maybe, but she's to me, she's a little bit of a rhythm player.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a flow, sort of an ebb and flow, and I feel like she's... she needs to punish her for those mistakes. That was a big shot, wasn't it?
And she's got away with it, too.
I don't know if it squeezes by the 7 or not. I'm not sure.
Oh, maybe.
But that was a big shot, wasn't it, Kelly?
Yeah, I mean, again, she had the natural angle to give herself a shot on the 6.
Yeah.
All you've got to do there is focus on making that 5.
Make the shot, because you can spin that 6 in
exactly
3 rails.
Well, this one, if it was an inch further back, the cue ball, or the 5-ball an inch further forward, you've no problem. But when they're so close, you can't help but think, right, I got it now. You get down on the shot and it just blurs out, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Up and down.
It's the hardest part is when 2 balls are close.
Yeah.
And she's bridging over the 8.
That's it.
It's not just 2 balls close, there's also elevated cue.
Yeah, this is tricky.
I have to say this, she looked like she was going to overcut that, didn't she?
From the angle of her cue, you mean?
Yeah, it just looked like an overcut to me.
She was probably trying to avoid the 7. You kind of overcompensate.
But not only that, you're trying to place the cue ball.
Yeah.
Look what happened.
That's it.
3 things probably going on there.
Now, what way is she going to play this, Ali? Would you play rail first? She's not playing draw.
No, I think she's going 2 rails and out. Oh, did. There was a rail first. That was nice.
Yeah.
That was a good positional play there. Because it was a little deep in the pocket to play straight at it, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So I like that play. It's an important shot to practice at, the rail first shot.
Yeah, I don't really like them as much. I need to practice it more.
But it comes up so much.
It does.
So, Kelly, Weiwei has actually told on you. She says that you never practice.
What?
Before tournaments, like you'll just come in and go right to work.
Oh, at the tournament.
Yeah, at the actual tournament.
Yeah,
I didn't mean to say like you never practice.
Yeah,
Sorry.
the actual
Just
tournament.
spoke.
Yeah, I don't.
You don't like a warm-up, do you, Kelly? You
Not
like
really.
them to be fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wei's like, I don't get it. She just comes in, she grabs her cue and
It's
goes
a fresh
to work.
mind, almost.
Oh, yeah. I can see the theory. I understand the theory.
I don't know if it's right, wrong, but for me, it's just I come in, like you say, Ali, fresh-minded. I've not missed any balls today.
Right?
Well, there's something to it. Makes you wonder, you know. That's good play in some ways, because if you're practicing and you're missing balls and you
may take that with you to the match.
Exactly. And another thing is the practice tables usually play a little bit differently to the match tables. So why get used to one thing?
Yeah, for sure.
And the energy, and I don't know. It's something I've always done.
Psychologically works for you.
Yeah, and I definitely warm up with 1 rack or 2 racks, but I don't really spend too much time.
Yeah, just to get the feel of the table you're getting ready to play on, and then just kind of move on. Yeah. So it just makes me laugh because Wei, she's always like, I just don't get it.
Well, she's a big practice player.
She
She's all the time when she's not playing in the tournament. You'll find her in the practice room, won't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Just everyone's different like that. If you look at that practice room, you know who's doing a lot and who isn't.
And don't get me wrong, they're younger as well. I mean, I've never been one to practice massively during the tournament. Yeah, good out there. But, when we were that age, Ali, we were putting more in than
Probably.
now.
I don't really remember back to that, that time in my life of being a snooker player and doing a lot. I don't think people did sort of practice, did they, at the tournaments?
You did all your practice at home and then came in to compete.
We didn't have the ability to get on a table to practice, I don't think.
Interesting.
Because it's a much longer game. It's not like, you do a rack, I'll do a rack. A game of snooker lasts a long time.
I really never watched much snooker, but now my husband has started watching it more, and so I'm learning more about it as I watch.
It's a slow off, depending on the player, but
who would be your current favorite snooker player right now, Alison?
Oh gosh, Judd Trump's a great player. I've always loved watching Ronnie O'Sullivan, of course. Yeah, right. But he's getting older now too. He's still a great player. And wins tournaments
in the finals of a lot of events in the last couple of years.
Judd's a great player to watch. There's a lot of great. I love watching Mark Williams play. Cause he's one of the older guys, but still a great. It's interesting snooker because you've got John Higgins, you've got some of the old guys that are still at the top of the game 100%. In their late 40s, early 50s, which is amazing at that game. It's a very precise game.
Yeah, and Ronnie, I mean. It's just another level.
Yeah, he's a genius on the table.
Yeah. So he's like our alley.
Oh, please.
To snooker. Ronnie is to snooker as Ali is to pool, to 9-ball here in the...
It's different.
I'd say Ali, I always said that Stephen Hendry was, I mean, he...
Yeah.
My God, he was also... But yeah, I always said that he was like Ali, I don't know how to explain it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the different eras too. Yeah. Like I grew up watching Steve Davis, and then Hendry came along, then Ronnie. It's just been amazing actually being a part of it, watching it all.
Yeah. Mark said in the chat, how about Jimmy White?
Yeah, Jimmy was always the bridesmaid, never the bride. He was one of those people who I think he was in quite a few World Championship finals, but never got over the line.
Many, yeah.
Because to win a World Championships in snooker, it's over so many sessions.
Oh, yeah.
And Jimmy could be 8-0 up and then 8-8 in the next session. Yeah. He was so erratic.
Oh, boy.
From morning to evening sessions.
Interesting. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, he never did get over the line.
I always kind of joked around about that over the years. I was always the hairstylist of the bride, but never the bridesmaid.
Oh.
All my friends would get married and they'd be like, I need you to do my hair.
Well, Bob dealt with that, didn't he?
Yeah.
In the end, yeah.
Yeah, no, I meant bridesmaid, though, right? When someone would get married, they'd be like, I need you to do my hair, but I was never in the wedding.
Yeah. Oh, got you.
So here I am. I got to show up in my sweaties and do all their hair for their wedding, right?
Made them look good.
Yeah, but never got to wear the pretty dresses. All right, so here we are, folks. Kristina Zlateva is currently up 7-6 over Bojana Sarac. I am never going to get it.
No.
Sarac, Sarac. But if you look at the last name, the way it's spelled, you would never guess it was Sarac.
Yeah, and that's where I mess it up because I tend to look at the scoreboard when I say people's names. And so she puts me on tilt a little.
I always said it was Sarac.
I know, because it's spelled that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's Sarac.
Isn't that something? I know.
All right,
so languages.
Missed the one.
But got away with it, right?
Yeah.
Look at that. Left a safe back.
So Bojana is living and residing in Switzerland.
Sounds wonderful, doesn't it?
Yes, yes. I met her husband. Lovely, lovely guy. Great player.
Oh, great.
Yeah, he's a very good player. And I know obviously she's originally from Serbia. But yeah, like I say, I met him last year, I think it was, or a couple of years ago, and I saw them practicing in the Michigan Open, and I'm like, wow, I didn't realise that. Is he professional? I think he actually does play full-time. I'm sorry, not full-time, but plays in professional events. But I don't think he plays full-time. I could be wrong. Really nice couple, very nice.
Yeah, she gave us a ride in Austria.
That's
a
right.
few of the players, and she is very lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. She put inside English on it too.
Trying to come down behind the four.
That was tough to execute, a thin hit and inside.
Yeah. Now she's left a combo, 1-2 combo. Would you go for that?
I don't think so. I have to view it from another angle.
I was going to say, I feel like it's really far away, too.
Yeah, it looks... The 2 looks quite close to the end rail. I'm not sure.
I have 3 angles, and none of them give me the view that I want.
Yeah, I mean, given... if it's a tough safety, if it's 50-50, either way, I'm going aggressive.
Yeah, me too.
Put it that way.
Yeah. The other option is to clip it thinner.
Yeah, exactly.
for
Then
it
you're
to come
sending
back.
Yeah, it was that was a tough combo. Very tough.
And dangerous.
Yeah, she went for it.
But here, look, she's got a thin hit, very makeable, of course, and holding the cue ball is the tough part.
Yeah.
You've got to trust your stroke here, haven't you?
Yeah, and 100% focus on the pot. Not too much on trying to hold the cue ball, otherwise you can miss it fat. Bit lower on the cue ball, I think, though.
Yeah, would you play it with a little outside or not?
I
Just
think
focus
so.
on the...
I think so. Oh, well, that'll do nicely.
Well, take that.
Maybe she played
Maybe
that.
she played that.
Maybe she did.
So you and me think just make the ball.
Yeah, I mean, she did go have a look, see if it went.
Well, and look how far the cue traveled. So I feel as though there's definitely a chance she intended that, right? Because she wouldn't leave herself this long on the 2.
Yeah, but she overcut. Yeah,
She did overcut it,
Yeah.
but
You know what I'm saying? They said it was going to go longer, but I think she may have played that.
Maybe, because she did.
And
have
that was a good
look.
choice if she did, actually.
Yeah,
It's better than the
100%.
going for it and hoping to hold for the 2.
Well, that's what I said about Kristina's last one. She
Yeah.
may overcut to keep it safe and bring the cue ball back down, but she would have been probably better to do that. Now, this is a tough one.
Or a jump rail first hit.
Yeah, no other choice, Alia.
No, I agree.
2 rail, zigzag, but
Yeah, it's tough. I think I'd like the jump rail first.
yeah. She could elect here to put the 5 up to cluster the 1-2, but she risked leaving a combo. It's always I
Tough
hate doing
pace
that.
wise.
Yeah,
Tough pace wise.
it's not my favourite thing to do.
Yeah, I
as a
don't think
deliberate
there's an
foul.
easy tying the game up situation, is there? I think you just got to go at this and make sure you get a good hit, and it's down to a little bit of luck then.
Yeah,
that was tough.
Tough.
So Bojana put her in a really good spot there. Now look at that,
I
the
know.
8-2.
Unbelievable.
Look what happened there. The 8 is just covering the 2, so she's got a work to do here.
What should have been, could have been, just
Should have been an easy run
easy
out.
run out, yeah.
And there is a really good example of just a little bit of luck
That's
going
right.
your way that changes everything. Would you draw into them? You know, like come round the back there and see if you could get into them? Or would you... I'm not sure what she's trying to do here. Would she play down...
I think she's trying to come
try and
straight
cut
down
it?
for the bank.
Right.
Or cut.
The bank or the cut. The bunk. The bank or the cut.
Oh.
Yeah, it's so dangerous. Look at that. She's hooked herself.
Oh, my.
I think I might have tried to draw the other side and break them.
Right, yeah. See, if she were wanting to do what I just said there, which was draw down for the bank or the cut, she'd have been better using the rails to get there.
Yeah.
Easier sitting here saying that. But
Yeah, well, that's why we're sitting here.
that's right.
Oh, I didn't like that pace.
No, too soft.
Didn't like that pace.
No.
She looked like it. She was aimed like that too. It looked, you know, that she was too close to the pocket there.
Yeah, I thought she was going to be hitting it very hard. That's why she was aiming at that angle.
Yeah. So Kristina got away with that, really, didn't she? Because of that tie-up.
She did.
Of the 2-8 shot there.
And again, it was from an error, you know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is she going to switch hands? Can Kristina play both-handed?
I think she can for certain shots.
Yeah.
I think she can.
No need here. She can place it.
Mine at 5.
Oh.
Wow. She left it a funky angle though too. She needed to be a bit thinner than that and spin it. I'd rather leave it a bit thinner and spin it and not have that danger of going towards the 5.
Now it requires...
Now tell me the truth, Kelly. Would you like to be playing there now?
No, of course. Oh, I've got a cold and I don't feel 100%, but I'd
love to be
no
playing.
problem
Yeah,
playing there
exactly.
with a cold and not feeling 100%. No.
That was a nice stroke, but she's got another tricky tester here, isn't she, with the 5 ball? Is she going to play straight into the 8? What do you think?
Well, I think she should. She's
Yeah,
got no
just
choice.
use it.
It should clip the 8 on the left side as we look at the screen. So she's got to just control the speed here.
You just got to be all in to make the ball.
Yeah, that's it. Now if she hits it firmer, then it'll go into the 8 thicker, but... No, she's playing safe.
Oh,
All right.
we'll take that.
Fair
Patience.
Play. Fair play. Maybe the right choice of shot this time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting when a player goes defensive versus aggressive, isn't it? Because most of the time you'll see her be more aggressive.
Yeah, she just must not have been feeling it.
Yeah. Well, she's got to be disappointed with that ball in hand mistake there too.
That's right.
Oh, and they're getting closer to the winning line here. 8-6 would be much better for her than the 7-7.
I'm surprised she's going that way.
Yeah.
Why that way?
Mm.
I'd have definitely gone the other way, left side, as we're looking.
I think I would have too.
Yeah.
So that safety from Kristina paid off there.
Mm-hmm. Patience is a virtue.
That's what they say. You know, but sometimes you can kick yourself, can't you? Like, I should have done this or I should have done that.
100%. You know, I'm definitely one for the aggressive play. If I've got 50-50, I'd rather have lost the rack by giving it a go, 100%, than lose the rack.
You're in control of that part.
By a safety, yeah.
How many times have you in your life probably played a safety where you split the balls on the 9 and they've banked it in length of the table?
Yep.
This happens a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah. And you're like, I wish I'd have just gone for that.
Do you think she was trying a big draw to play the 9 on the side?
I think so.
I do too.
Otherwise she'd have just stopped it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
50-yard line. This is a tester, isn't it?
It is.
It's probably about, would you say, maybe a quarter of a ball hit? Maybe a bit more.
Maybe a bit more. Just a little bit, yeah. But again, cue ball, she's got to make sure she don't put any outside left on it. Because it's natural to do that. Too much.
That's just what we were talking about.
Yeah.
She did put left on that, I think, running.
Yeah, she did.
But the deep shelf of a diamond table, in other words, the slate goes further back into the pocket than a lot of tables. And you saw that was almost over the line, but not quite, right?
Yeah, you think it's going to drop.
Most tables that would drop.
Yeah,
and that was a
100%.
gift for Bojana there.
Yeah, I mean, they both didn't want that rack, Ali.
I don't think so. It's 7-7. Now it's a race to 3.
Wow. I mean, to be fair, Kristina handed it back. Bojana handed it back. And
Does anyone want to win this tournament? What do you think?
I tell you, probably too much. That's the problem.
Yeah, I know. Of course they do.
Probably too much wanting to
There's
win.
a lot at stake. We were just saying, weren't we, earlier at the very beginning, neither of them have won one of these big events.
No, that's right.
You know, they've been the bridesmaid, again, like in the finals of events, but this is a big deal for both of them.
Exactly, and that creates its own tension and nerves, and, you know, no matter how calm and collected they look, they're feeling it.
Yes. It's easy for us sitting here.
Oh, yeah.
Talking about it.
That's right. We have been there, and we know, I mean, how many...
Oh,
you know, you've
as
played...
much as we've won things, we've also lost things where
I
we
know
could have won.
That's right, and I've won and lost finals playing terrible.
Yeah.
It's been the worst match of the entire event, and you think, you're in a final, and you think, oh, you know, I look forward to playing the final, but you come after the final, win or lose, and you're like, that was horrible.
Yeah, it might have been one of your worst matches
That's what I mean.
sometimes.
Yeah, it has been many times where the final's been the worst match of of my event.
Oh, look. Hi, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate that.
Yeah, so I wanted to say, just give everybody a look at home. I know you guys, I usually sneak up the booth cam on people, but
I love that.
It's just a quick look to what we got behind the scenes here at the WPBA. So thanks to everyone for tuning in.
Nice to see you. The eye in the sky.
Yeah, thanks to everyone who's donated to the stream this weekend. We really appreciate you guys. And of course to all the fans in general, you know, donations or not. So this has been a really great event. I want to thank Allison and Kelly for being in the booth for this finals match. It's really made it special. It looks like the scoreline is tied up. I'm going to step away and let these ladies continue, but we're just going to throw a couple commercials, give them a break, let them get a drink. And thanks for tuning in, everyone.
I love WPBA because it's like a big family and we feel so young.
The sisterhood amongst the women. One of the greatest gifts I've ever gotten out of pool were the friendships that I've built from them.
What I like most about the WPBA is their continued support for women's pool.
I love the camaraderie and the competitiveness of the WPBA players.
WPBA gives us a chance, a stage to compete and show our passion.
WPBA always supports us in that every tournament we go to, they will always take care of us.
What I love about the WPBA are all the fierce competitors out there.
The competitiveness.
I love the equipment at the WPBA.
I like the most about WPBA that they keep continuing to support women's sport throughout so many years.
What I love about the WPBA are the fans.
What I love most about the WPBA is that we're all kind of like one big family.
I love that the WPBA brings great competition from around the world.
The WPBA has been a huge part of the growth of women's pool, and I love them for that.
The WPBA is the longest-standing women's professional pool tour and the biggest supporter of women playing pool.
An incredible community of strong women and people who are putting a lot of time and effort in growing women's pool.
It gives women something to strive for, a reason to improve their game and to try their hardest to become a better player.
I get to play with the best players in the world, and not only that, but I get to call them my friends.
Every time I get to come.
Welcome back.
We were busy listening to the girls then, weren't
I
we?
know, it's very exciting. We're poised at 7-7. Race to 10 for somebody's big day, their first major win on this tour.
Now, are we going to see a turnaround here? Because it's gone one way, then the other, and back.
Well, I have to say, Bojana at the end of her last match with Margaret could have won that match. It went, but she held it together and finished that last rack.
Look at the break here.
I know, look. She's obviously held it together. I'm not sure of her ride to be in this position through the tournament. you know, who she's beaten. She's obviously taken out a lot of top names.
Kristina's very steady, we know that.
Yeah.
So Bojana is going to, excuse me, Bojana is going to have to, you know, basically not be missing them crucial shots. Cause
yeah.
And either way, don't get me wrong, because Kristina, we know, is very steady. Bojana too, but it's whoever's really got the nerves at the end, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, she's got a nice layout here. She's really got to focus. If she can get this game under her belt, only 2 to go then.
Yep.
But she has made a lot of unforced errors.
She has.
But I don't think always Kristina has taken advantage of it.
Well, Kristina did hand it back to her the last rack and one other rack. I think there's been 2 racks that I would say Kristina gave it back.
Yeah.
And then when Kristina was down, she did not. She punished her for them, and hence why the score has flip-flopped. Well, we've been very busy, haven't we, this week, doing some filming.
It's been marvellous, actually, because some of our friends from England, but also people we haven't met before, there's been a film crew following several of the top WPBA players from around the world, and their intention is to do a docu-series about women's pool and the lives of these pool players, and it should be very exciting, and it's called the Q Queens. So please follow it on Instagram, Q Queens, and Facebook, and give it your support.
We've shared it, haven't we?
We've shared it on our channels,
but the
various social media.
It's a female crew, film crew that have come in, and we've done some really cool interviews, very professional.
Yes.
Loved every minute of it, actually.
We've been telling a lot of our stories, and I tell you what, it did have me in tears telling some of mine.
Yeah, I got a lump in my throat telling, you know, a couple of things as well. And I heard that there was emotion from many of the players. So
the tissues were out in force.
It's just coming to some reality, some things that, you know, people don't get to see
Yeah.
that side of us and know about life's struggles, just like it is for anybody, really.
And I think that's nice, though, bringing the human side to it, because I know that if I'm watching the Olympics or something like that, I want to see these athletes and what they've come through to get to where they are today.
Yep.
And it gives us a chance to show that to the world.
So please like and support. We're looking to hopefully make this onto the networks.
Yeah.
One day, and I'm sure for everybody out there, it'd be something perfect timing right now for women in sport and for the pool world. I think it's you know, a really good thing, an important thing for us all to support.
I agree, absolutely. And it's fun doing it too.
Oh yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
We've got very, you know, we know Julie Edwards is director from England, nominated BAFTA director, and then we've got Ashley Tyndall she's famous for documentaries. So we've got very great people behind this.
Yep. And we have got some support from the industry sponsors.
Absolutely.
Which we need, and we'd welcome any others to try and make this actually really happen.
So back to the table. This is a massive 9-ball for Bojana.
Yeah, I mean, it's to take the lead here at this point is very crucial.
Nice shot.
Yeah,
She
nice.
smoothly put that in the pocket, didn't she? She's got a really nice, smooth stroke. I've never
She
seen her
has.
jab at the ball at all.
And that
You know.
were not easy, you know, under the pressure.
Yeah. 23 years old, 22,
Yeah.
23 years old.
Exactly. Okay, you're going to have to excuse me, ladies. I will be back shortly.
Talking of Q Queens, we have somebody back here, just poked her head in the door to come and get you, Kelly. Kim Shaw, and we have Wei Zi Chen from Taiwan, another player on tour.
All right, Allie, they're all leaving us.
Oh, I do believe it. Kim can come and sit in.
Yeah, do you want to sit in with us, Kim?
We would love that.
Okay.
Then you're going to learn a little bit more about the Q Queens from Kim. She's been running around all week, chasing us all down, making the schedule for everyone's interviews. So we've got Kristina Zlateva back at the table breaking. Let's see what she can do with her break here. Ooh, getting dangerously close to that side pocket. Do you know what, Lonnie? Do you find this, right? Is it always the last ball rolling?
Always the last ball rolling.
The last ball rolling on the table.
It is totally something I talk about regularly. I know this is not in comparison, and not even about me, but I just had this happen in another event. I was playing in a local bar table event with all the top men in Michigan, and I was playing really, really well, and I got into a set where I was in a tight grind, an alternate break format, and I got up. He came back in the match, but it was only because every time I broke, the last ball rolling got in front of my two ball.
It was unbelievable.
3 racks in a row when I broke. I was disgusted, and I was like, it's always the last ball rolling.
That last ball.
Yeah, it seems like it never fails.
So a great break, but she can't get through to the one ball that's hanging over the pocket. So it looks like she's going to try and move that one ball rather than play a push out, because there's no real win there.
Oh,
she'll take that. She's left a possible bank or a safety for Bojana, but she nearly scratched there, so she'll definitely take that. So we're about to be joined by Kim Shaw, who's actually a former pro player, and I knew Kim from back in the day of playing snooker, and you ended my snooker career by beating me in the World Championship semi-final, and that was it. I gave up snooker after that.
You still remember that?
Welcome, Kim. Yes, because it was a nightmare at the time.
Yeah, it's the highlight of my life.
Thank you, and lovely to have you here. Thank you very much for joining us. And you've been running around all week. Tell us what you've been doing here.
I've been being a producer on the Q Queens.
This is so exciting.
It is.
Tell us about the
Massive.
project.
So the idea started in 2010. So I've been working on it for a long time. And finally, all the pieces have come together. Julie, you know Julie Edwards,
I've
good friend of
mentioned
ours.
Julie.
Yeah. She's a director in London. And then the filmmaker Ashley is in LA. And all the stars aligned recently to get this project going. And it's really to tell the story of the world of women's billiards from the beginning, you know, back in the snooker days. And the plan is to make a trailer, and that's the footage that we're shooting here, to make the trailer. And then we're going to go to Vegas to the Predator tournament, get that footage, make the trailer, and pitch it to Netflix or ESPN.
Oh, boy. So this footage from this event is actually part of your documentary as well, right?
It is, yeah.
So it looks here as though, unfortunately, Bojana has missed the one altogether and given up ball in hand to Kristina Zlateva, which Kristina needs. She needs to be invested there. Sorry to mean to interrupt you guys. I'm
it's
just
exciting.
trying to make sure that the fans at home see what's going on. This is really close to the end of the match.
Yeah, definitely.
But Kim, we're so glad to have you here.
Yeah,
and we're so excited that you're kind of running around the WPBA again.
I am,
right?
yeah. I think I might get my cue out.
I asked you that last night. You said no.
Yeah, I know.
She's all talk.
I am. No.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Did she just took herself on the two ball there? She did, didn't she?
Well, you know what? The table's really fast, isn't it?
Well, I've just been looking at that. It looked slower. Has it changed, I wonder?
Did they change tables? Is that what you're asking?
No, Kim.
Okay.
Kim,
All right.
get a grip here. No,
the room got colder.
I was going to say, it changes. It's unbelievable how a room does change. The temperature in the room affects the way the cloth plays.
So Kristina is a Mez-sponsored player. So this is the Air Drive 3.
I use this.
Yes. So good view of Kristina jumping the ball there.
That's a great shot.
Where's the 3 ball?
Oh, and she stays in the window.
She's on it.
The window of opportunity.
You see how when she struck that ball, is it struck or striked? Struck, yeah. Her elbow stayed still, stayed in the air. That's great technique.
So now you've also have you spoken with Kristina yet? I think that she's on your list.
She is on our list of players to talk. We haven't actually interviewed her, but we'll do that in Vegas.
Nice. Fantastic. So Kim is doing wonderful things for the sport. I do believe that what she's working on, it could be absolutely life-changing for so many people.
It will be, yeah.
It's going to be fantastic. So you guys make sure you guys go to Allison and Kelly, and Savannah Easton's also sharing the information.
Emily Duddy. Who else do we have?
Margaret Fefilova, Pia.
Yeah, so just go to their socials. Make sure that you're following what Q Queens is doing, because it's going to be fantastic, and we're going to need everyone's support. If you know someone that would be interested in maybe potentially sponsoring, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Funding some of this work that the ladies are doing, please reach out. We can make that conversation happen for you guys.
Yeah, everybody needs to support it.
Oh, nice stroke. She got herself back into it there. She was struggling a little bit with her cue ball control.
So not even a little itch?
Yes, today. Not last night, but today when I woke up. Yeah.
But it's like that.
Yeah,
the game is a little
is.
addictive, you know. You quit, didn't you, many years ago?
Yeah, I didn't realise I missed it until I came here. But, yeah, it's great to be involved again.
So the ladies that are traveling with you doing some of this documentary stuff, were they familiar with pool at all when you brought them in with you?
Julie was.
Okay.
Yeah, I met Julie through Ali.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
And I met Julie many years ago when she was trying to do a documentary on me, and she did a lot of footage back in the day, about 2009, right before I went in the Hall of Fame. And so I've known her since then, and then introduced you to Julie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then let's watch this.
Now, does the 9 go on the side, or is it going to be a corner pocket?
Corner.
Which I think.
Yeah, I think it has to go to the corner. Let's go to this side view just to see if we
Yeah,
can get a better look at it.
Pretty sure.
Yeah,
I would actually I would have been tempted on the 7 to just hold it, stop shot, and crisscross the 8. Sometimes it's easier to get the better angle, but we'll see.
She's stretched out a bit.
Yeah. She could have just been like, put her hand down on the cloth and gone twice across. So this is a big shot to draw up the match 8-8. Oh, that's not. It doesn't look as bad when you look at it like that, does it?
Right. Different views.
Yeah.
All right, this 9 ball to tie the match up. This is the finals of the 2024 WPBA Tour Championship.
It was a toughie.
Wow.
It was a tough shot.
That was huge, wasn't it? She's just a little off at the moment, isn't she? She's just a little cue ball control, but it's not like Bojana's been firing on all cylinders. This match has just really gone back and forth.
Well,
nobody's grabbed a hold of it.
I've sort of been out of the loop a little bit. Have either of these players won an event before?
No.
No.
Okay, so yeah, nerves. What we were saying earlier, the last few racks are the hardest.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's true.
You know.
Kristina's been knocking on the door a bit this season.
Mm-hmm.
She's gotten into the finals of a few events. She's been real close.
Yeah.
Just never quite got in there and closed the door behind her. But this one's tough. This match has been so back and forth. You've seen a lot of uncharacteristic misses. And I don't really know what you attribute that to. You know, nerves. You know, it's clearly not poor fundamentals. These ladies are some of the best in the business. But
yeah, they've got great techniques.
Yeah. So I guess really I would just say it is what it is. The pool gods, right?
Yeah.
They intervene occasionally.
It's like the momentum's shifted plenty of times in this match, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And normally you see one person just grab a hold of it and run with it, but they haven't been able to get in any type of rhythm.
No, and the way that they've been going back and forth, it doesn't really let them get into a rhythm. We'll see how Bojana's break is here. All right, so she pockets the 1. It's illegal. She doesn't comply with the 3-point rule.
No.
Tell me what the 3-point rule is. I don't know.
No, so there's a 3-point rule on our breaks here, and we do that because of 2 reasons. One, we use a template rack. So soft breaking, you can kind of dictate where the balls go after the break. But also so that we can self-govern. It doesn't require us to have a referee on each table to call someone soft breaking,
So
right?
is that an illegal shot? She
Yeah,
just
so
played?
basically what happens is it's a combination of 3 points.
Okay.
It's balls pocketed
Mhm.
plus balls past the head string. So you have to get, so if you pocket 1, you have to get 2 past the head string. If you pocket 2, you've got to get 1 ball past the head string for a combination of 3 points.
Okay.
If you don't make a legal break, your opponent can come and take their rack. They can shoot from there, but they cannot push. Only the original breaker can push on an illegal break.
Okay.
So
And it doesn't include the cue ball crossing the line.
yeah,
It
the
has
cue
to be
doesn't count.
Other balls.
All the balls, but not the white one. Interesting, huh? It's a different rule set.
Yeah, it's good.
I forgot that you haven't,
Yeah,
right? You
I
haven't
know,
really
yeah.
been around to know that.
Yeah. There's a lot to think about nowadays.
Oh, she
That
struck
was a
that
great
well.
shot.
That was a great shot.
Very nice
Yeah.
shot.
Now she's going to have to get the bridge out.
Yeah.
How is she with the bridge?
I'm sure she's fine. That's not a tricky shot, really. A lot of right-hand spin off that end and side rail for the 4 in the side pocket. I would open the angle up so it slows the ball down in some ways. There you go. She's just... That was
Not
very
enough
dangerous.
Spin, though.
Oh.
Yeah.
That needed like maximum...
A lot of spin.
Maximum
yeah.
spin.
Really sort of dink it, so when it hits the top rail,
You
it
just
zips
push
off.
through smoothly. Just really
Yeah.
push and get on the all the way on the side of the ball at 3 o'clock.
So Bojana Sarac is on the hill with ball in hand.
With ball in hand.
This
yeah.
should
And
be it, right?
everything's on.
Obviously,
Everything can go.
nerves.
However, yeah. It's the nerves.
There's been quite a few racks, though, Allie, that we watched that we
And
thought, oh, this is it, and
yeah.
then it's not it.
We're like, oh.
Yeah.
Lots of innings per rack.
Yeah. Like even there, she's
Yeah.
like,
She
you know,
could-
it's
will she be-
it's an easy shot to make, but it's the bridging over balls,
Bridging over
things in
balls,
your
yeah.
way.
And I mean, would you say to get? So that's the 5, right? My colours.
Oh yeah. You know what?
So
Does the 7 go on the side past the 8? Just out of interest, because that allows you a stop shot on the 6. I think it does. You know, you don't have to work to get on the 7 very hard.
I
Just
want to
make-
get a little bit closer to it though.
make
so
the
she's probably
5.
just going to stop it a little bit.
Now I
Yeah.
think she's got a stop shot on the 6.
Okay.
And then it should be easy from there.
Well, she must have felt ya, Allie. She's looking at all the things.
I think she's got a little bit of an angle, so she'll be going to the cushion a little bit, maybe.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think this is. I think she might have played in Predator event in the States. I think she did in Las Vegas, but probably only her second time in the States. Maybe this.
She played in the Michigan
no,
Open as well.
Right. Okay. So, but not in our events. Not in WPBA
The
events.
Racks event. She came
She
to
did.
the Racks.
Oh
yeah.
gosh, I'm getting
Yeah, but
everything
you
wrong
didn't come
here.
to Racks,
I
though,
did.
right? Oh, you did.
I just
Yes,
wasn't
right.
there long.
I do remember that.
Were you
because
not
it's
her
a
first
commentary.
round?
So to speak. But it was that was a WPA ranking event too, I think, wasn't it, in Racks?
Yeah, so we had quite a few international girls at that event.
So
Okay,
this is
so
a
3
really
balls for the title.
yeah big moment.
She looks like she's stunning it. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Well, 1, 2.
She kinda nods her head a little. You
1,
seen
2,
that?
3 rails.
You were like, why not follow through, weren't you?
Yeah,
Thinking
I
that?
was.
know.
I was surprised that she went a little bit low on the ball. So I thought, oh, because I thought, what do you think? A follow through for the 8 in the corner?
I didn't see her angle because I thought all day long she had a stun shot, but
All right.
But
so
I think it's the evening now, so.
see what happens
3
here.
rails. That's a good shot.
I
Here
bet
it
she
is.
just
Just
took
pace.
a big deep breath right there,
Oh,
a sigh
yeah.
of relief, you know.
this is
Well,
isn't
she
it a
left
wonderful
herself
moment.
such an angle that all she had to do was make it, and the cue ball took care of itself. This for the championship.
For all the marbles.
Oh,
All right.
she's
Very happy for her, actually.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So there you go, ladies and gentlemen, your champion of the 2024 WPBA Dr. Pool and Jacoby Tour Championship, Bojana Sarac. Congratulations to you. And congratulations to Kristina Zlateva for a fantastic finish. As Allie would say, always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Oh, I hate saying that.
KZ's kind of on her way, but she's gonna break down that door one of these days.
She will. There's no doubt about it.
Absolutely will.
No doubt.
So I want to thank Allie.
Thank you
Allison
very
Fisher.
much. Really
Of course,
enjoyed it.
Kelly, she stepped out, but she's done a fantastic job in this match as well. And of course, Kim Shaw for jumping in the booth with us
Q
last
Queens,
minute.
follow us on Instagram
At Q Queens.
At Q Queens.
And thank you, Lonnie. Thank you, Lonnie, for all your hard work.
Thank you. Thank you guys for recognizing that. All right, so this is Lonnie Fox Raymond. This is the final of our tour championship and the finale of our 48th season here with the WPBA. I'm going to take just a second. I have to step out. I'm not going to be able to mic their championship, their title presentation, simply because there's some background stuff going on out there in the room. They may go live on Facebook. I'm not 1,000% sure about that. You guys are welcome to check that out. But stay tuned, because I will be waiting for the winner to draw for our Sunday swag winner, and I will come back, get the booth cam on, and let you guys know who the winner is. So thank you so much for tuning in here to the WPBA. This fantastic weekend of pool. And once again, we appreciate all your support. Hey everybody, I just want to let you guys know too, it looks as though we did manage to hit, I do think we hit the 1,200 mark. So if I'm going to go try to get that $50 from Dean to add to our Sunday swag. You guys stay tuned. I promise I'll be right back as soon as I can to go through and get the winner for the Sunday swag. You guys are the best. All right, everybody. This is Lonnie Fox Raymond. I just want to go through, I think we had 54 donations to the chat. We did manage to hijack $100 from Dean along the way. So thank you to Dean Raisler, the president of the WPBA, for that generous donation. I'm going to try to get the extra 50 from him when we all go to dinner after the event. Let's go over to the booth cam. I know you guys don't get to see us in the booth often. I'm a little rough today, rocking the ponytail and my WPBA swag from Big Family Custom Creations and Game On Gear. So I know you guys were able to see this. I did have Bojana Sarac draw the winner of our Sunday swag. The winner is Karen De La Pez, in parentheses, Javier. So if you would like to email the WPBA, you can email dean@wpba.com or even Jerry or Christy at WPBA.com. We can get you that Sunday swag shipped out as soon as I get home. Thank you so much for all of your donations, guys. You guys are so much fun every Sunday. You make it worth it for me to do this. I am super excited to be a part of this production and really excited to see what the future holds for the WPBA. This has been a fantastic season, and most of it attributes to what the fans have given and been a part of for us. We're so grateful to all of you. And once again, this is Lonnie Fox Raymond, and congratulations to Bojana Sarac for her fantastic finish here at these WPBA Dr. Poole Jacoby Tour Championship. All right, folks, it's been a long weekend, and I just want to say that this is it. This is the end, and we will see you in the end of January at Iron City Billiards for the start of the 2025 tour. Peace.